To giantbomb.com. We are here. It is E3 2014, and we are just about ready to get into the Microsoft press conference where they're going to be announcing the future of the Xbox One. We've got a cavalcade of guests here with me. Roman Reigns is here. Brad Shoemaker is here. Alex Navarro is here. The Green Lantern is here. Patrick Klepek is here.
I don't believe that part. But
there's a kangaroo, and I'm Jeff Gersman.
Ron Weasley.
Got Ron Weasley in the house.
Ron Weasley up in this. CM Punk.
Have you ever said Ron Weasley out loud before?
That's the first time. If you had not said the words Ron Weasley, I wouldn't know who that is.
Yeah.
Is that just like a Final Fantasy cosplayer? Like what?
Nailed it.
I don't know. So, here's how this is going to work. We're going to be up here talking about the Microsoft press conference. We will show video of said press conference in this feed. So we're going to be talking over it. If you want a clean feed and you're watching live, then down below there's a second player that's the GameSpot player, and they're doing some pre-show stuff with their stickers over their laptops because, we can't show the branding. That'd be terrible. And then they're going to show a clean feed with no one talking over it. So if you want to just watch your bare-bones, vanilla-ass press conference, that's that other video window. This is going to be the one where we're going to be talking over it. We got a speaker here that's going to be spitting stuff out. You want to turn that speaker up? What are they talking about? What are they talking about on this pre-show stream? Sean McInnes, the lowest common denominator. All right, great. So yeah, we are getting ready for the show here. It seems like, I don't know. They've definitely cleared a path for games, which is sort of what they did last year. They went out and announced all of their apps and all of their partnerships and taking the Kinect out of the box and stuff. It looks like a Killer Instinct Season 2 trailer got out. They just showed it on that GameSpot stream. They're
doing like some, I think Microsoft's doing some pre-show stuff. They showed like a brief snippet of like live achievement tracking where you can like snap achievements and like while you're like mow down 10,000 zombies in Dead Rising 3, you'll just see that counter go. Because I love that stuff when games show that already.
Yeah.
Just to have that on an OS level that like occasionally just like, let me know what the hell, where I'm at in this dumb achievement I'm grinding out in an afternoon.
Yeah, totally. But at the same time, Snap View is so terrible that I don't ever want to use it. Like,
but even just like get a quick look at what you're working on, like it's better than. That seems like, in some ways, a way of saying, like, the way we have achievements integrated in the system is pretty much garbage right now.
But they're tracking a lot of cool stats. Like, they keep a lot of those counters for things, and that's kind of awesome. So I don't know if people pick it up or not on the stream. Like, we've got gates and audio, tiny microphones. But they're testing for something over here. There's some kind of Sony event that's going to happen around here, and I heard them running a trailer.
Really?
So at some point, like, I heard the little, PlayStation little thing.
PlayStation.
Yeah. So if we're lucky, maybe we can just hear a Last Guardian trailer.
That sounds like a giant bird dog in there.
Does it sound like a giant bird dog?
And it sounds like it's dying.
Yeah. I guess
Does it sound like more exclusive content for their version of Destiny happening over there?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh.
It's just Matt Kessler yelling into a microphone.
Oh, jeez, I'm so sorry.
We ran into Matt Kessler last night.
Oh, yeah?
We did?
Yeah, he is here.
Yeah.
He is here.
They let him in.
They let him in. He was in the Marriott.
Wow.
That guy's arrived.
That man is an adult with an adult job.
That's right. Kind of awesome. So we're, assuming they start on time. I think they're supposed to start about 9:30, which is about 10 minutes away. I'm in the chat over here. So if you are in the Giant Bomb chat, and maybe we'll take some questions here and there. But if you just want to send a reply to me, my username is just Jeff. Then I'll see it, and maybe we can check it out. So yeah.
Did you guys see the MGS5 trailer that popped up last night?
I didn't. It was
went up and then came right back down.
Yeah.
Like, what did they screwed up and put it on YouTube?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so
for
it
sure.
was
I'm sure that's part of one of these press conferences.
Yeah, almost assuredly Microsoft, because Kojima has already tweeted pictures from him being there. It was the Japanese language trailer, and the basic takeaway from that trailer was knife, knives, murder, I'm nuclear. Was the song, I guess. It really had a real kind of weird indie rock meets James Bond kind of thing going on, and then more knives.
Was I'm Nuclear just like a royalty-free version of that Imagine Dragons song, Radioactive?
It wasn't too far off.
Okay.
Wasn't that far away from it, so...
All right.
I'm okay with like another Snake Eater style, like super cheesy.
It's a 5.5 minute trailer.
That's even better.
How many times did it end and then like have like
Only
someone
once.
start talking and then keep going again?
Only one like big fake out with
Okay.
that.
All right. Yeah.
But it did have the written and edited by Hideo Kojima attached to it, so because it's still doing all his own trailers.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. We got some questions coming in here. I want to look through them a little bit here.
But otherwise, there haven't been a whole lot of huge leaks for Microsoft.
There haven't.
No.
There haven't been a whole lot of huge leaks for anyone, which you start to wonder, like
maybe there's nothing to leak.
Yeah. Okay. This keeps scrolling, and I keep losing the questions here.
To be fair, a lot of the stuff that would have gotten leaked has just gotten announced,
That's
It makes you wonder, like, when they say, like, games focus, like, but what does that mean? Like, is it just brand new big trailers for, like, the stuff we would expect? Like, of course they're going to have Call of Duty. They're going to have Battlefield. They're going to have Metal Gear Solid. Like, those trailers could all be great and all, but that's none of that is surprising. Like,
Yeah.
Battlefield Hardline, no longer a surprise reveal of the show.
Yeah. So but there's little bits and pieces, kind of hearing over the course of the last day or so that are maybe less, interesting in terms of just like new game announcements, but just like weird logistical stuff. Like I had someone tell me that Assassin's Creed was going to be at Microsoft instead of Sony, which would be a weird switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that is true. And yeah, so some people asking, not necessarily questions just about Microsoft, but kind of all over the place here. Do we think the Vita has any chance here at E3?
Well, they'll
Seems like
probably
there are
announce
a ton of Vita
They'll
games.
announce that bundle at the very
Yeah.
least, which there have been retailer leaks on a PS4 Vita
Right,
bundle,
yeah.
but
That was out
I
in
think
Europe,
it's going to
I
be
think.
$600. That might be off on that one.
Wait, how much is
but
the Vita going for? Is it still $250?
I want to say 250. Yeah.
I might be off on that price, but it sounds like they're going to do a bundle, which that's smart. Like seems like that would have made more sense maybe a year ago. But
I mean, a year ago they were basically presenting that thing as their answer to the Wii U gamepad because in absence of anything else to really do with that device. So
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's another question here. Freakake is asking, so that thing Criterion has been said to be showing has to be Burnout, right?
Nope.
No.
Oh.
No, it does
when,
not.
when Alex Ward was still with the company, he said that the thing Criterion was doing was not Burnout and not a sequel to Black and not a driving game. And also, I think Criterion, if it still exists,
It's not even really Criterion
it's like 10
anymore,
people
right?
Or something,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
a ton of people left to go to Ghost Games, which is the studio EA created specifically for Need for Speed. So a lot of that core Burnout team, Craig Sullivan and a lot of people, went to Ghost to make that last Need for Speed game, and they are already working on the next one, which EA has already said is not coming out this year.
Right.
Which I thought was a real crazy announcement of just like that series has been annual for so long that it was kind of like refreshing but also scary in a weird way for them to be taking a break.
well, it seemed, I mean, that last one, had a lot of promise, but just it didn't quite hit the
Oh, here,
mark.
here we go. Adam WD says Phil Spencer was wearing an Assassin's Creed shirt on Spike. So
there you go.
Yep.
That's. I mean, that strikes me just a little bit odd. Like, what do they gain by sort of aligning that with their platform as opposed to?
They gain marketing money.
Yeah, I mean
Yes.
Ubisoft would gain marketing money if
I suppose so.
yeah.
I mean, not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. Still come to both platforms.
Yeah, exactly. So
I'm way more curious. I don't think it'll probably be at the press conference, but Ubisoft is the only company that can pull off, hey, instead of just doing one game for all SKUs, we'll just make 2 games for 2 different SKUs. So we're getting a current-gen Assassin's Creed and a last-generation Assassin's Creed, 2 completely separate games. Like, Unity is the current-gen one.
Right.
And then there's
They haven't
whatever
said
the
what
other
the other
one
one is yet.
I think the name is leaked out already, but I can't remember it offhand.
Wasn't it Comet?
Yeah, Comet. I think that was the
name.
code name or
Yeah,
something
that
like
can't
that.
possibly be the
I don't
release
know.
name.
Like, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I wonder if that's even something you talk about. You wouldn't talk about that at a press conference.
You wouldn't
don't
show
get out there and
your
go like,
next
hey
gen-
guys, here's our Xbox 360 version of the game. Like, that's not.
I feel like that's something they would do at their own press conference very briefly.
We
Just
have an
touch on its
Assassin's Creed for
existence.
people like you. It's called Comet.
Yeah, right. Exactly. But yeah, TJ Combo is coming to Killer Instinct Season 2. They put that trailer out.
That
That's,
looks sharp.
Yeah, I mean, they gotta have TJ Combo in there. I sure hope they get to do some new characters as well.
TJ Combo is not Balrog, right?
Yes,
Okay.
he is very much not Balrog.
Right.
How do you feel about a Halo 2 HD? Yeah, there's been a ton of talk about Halo. I assume we'll hear about something in addition to just Halo 5 stuff at this thing, like all the
That collection rumor sounds about right, especially if Halo is not coming out this year, as they've since confirmed that they would still want to have Halo something
Right.
out this year. So
Yes.
a collection seems.
That would make sense.
Yes, it would.
But the rumor was that it wouldn't have ODST or Reach, and it would just be 1, 2, and 3. It's too bad.
So we're getting people just relaying stuff from the Spike pre-show, which is maybe a little weird. But I guess Spencer said the thing he was most looking forward to was a game from a small studio that almost no one knows about. Almost opened the show with it. Look for Orange Lights.
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. We're expecting No Man's Sky to be showing up today. Ed Boon was on Twitter saying that, like, kind of alluding to Mortal Kombat showing up at a press conference today.
Well,
So, again, that's a game that's already been announced.
Probably a first gameplay at one of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
figure it
yeah,
out.
but
they
press
haven't shown
conference.
gameplay, so they could show something like that. Black
people-
Robe on Twitter is just question marks, just Xbox VR. You think they have to have any kind of reaction to
No.
Morpheus and to the Oculus Rift, or
Have to? No.
The Morpheus is not quite a real product yet, and the Oculus, since the Facebook acquisition, is clearly not coming out this year.
Yeah.
So I think if they do anything, that's
Yeah.
when that actually is happening, all in 2015.
plus they've been beating the we're all about games drum so much lately, and they just dropped their other peripheral from the box. It'd be kind of crazy if
It's
they.
like, here's our new peripheral.
Yeah, the other one didn't
it's
work
like
out
the
so much.
opposite of a camera. Also, it requires the camera.
Well, Spencer was actually out. I don't know what it might have been with Keeley or something earlier, but how they're going out like bragging now that certain developers are picking up on this new SDK, which disables parts of the
Right.
Kinect, so they can get access to like another 10% of the GPU,
Yeah, it's
whatever
like-
that number actually
Yeah,
means.
right.
But like they're getting a little more raw power.
Yeah,
and
they're claiming
Bungie-
Destiny will run at a higher res.
Yes.
Yeah, than it would have otherwise.
But I guess that doesn't, and it was something I've seen a lot of confusion about. I haven't seen it clarified for myself. Just because it drops a certain amount of access to Connect, it doesn't mean like you'll still be able to say like Xbox record that. Like the microphone is not what's getting turned off, and
Yeah.
the developer's gonna. It's the motion
Skeletal
tracking that was
tracking
going at
and-
all times that
yeah.
took up significant GPU resources. So,
Right. Yeah. So.
because losing record that would be sort of lame. That's
right.
like one of the few
and
useful things.
losing the ability to kind of navigate the dashboard and stuff would be.
Did they show any like updated dashboard? So any sort of preview of like a fall update? Like they've been doing these incremental ones, but you have to
I wonder
imagine
if, like, we're-
there's still going to be some sort of
Like a big old
dashboard
blanket
tweak.
update. I mean, I just wonder if they're on this tight cycle of monthly updates that if at some point it wouldn't make sense to say like here's our fall update.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the messaging they've been giving for months has been rapid iteration, that sort of stuff. So if they were to show something, I would expect it to be a little more near term.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I prefer that.
way out and just say like here's some like super early look at
Maybe.
what our dashboard stuff might look like. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see games. It seems like there's going to be a significant presence for smaller indie titles here.
They must have looked at what Sony did last year and been like, we maybe not replicate that, but you need
Yeah,
to.
and like Charla and that ID at Xbox program, like they've been out there lining stuff up for a good long time. So, Sony's had kind of a steady announcement of games of that size. Like they announced a batch like a month ago or so.
their PlayStation blog announced like 15 games at once.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was incredible. I mean, the
Active
flip side of that
Verge
is
and
a
all
lot
that
of those
stuff.
games are not like anywhere near coming
Right.
out.
Yeah, yeah,
You can announce all the indie
everything's
games
coming out on PC also.
Yeah.
So it's it'll be neat to see, I guess, what Microsoft's response is. But at the same time, like I just wonder if that's the right way to go.
Well, and how much Sony clearly has the mind share. So like, what Microsoft needs to do is try and get some of that, and it not just be, hey, we threw some money at this studio like that.
Right.
That gets you a game that doesn't transition the philosophy and approach from developers at large.
Right. So it is 9:30 right now. We are going to get the press conference stream up and going as soon as it starts. We're watching pre-show stuff over here. It looks like GameSpot is wrapping up. They're taking, it's a wide shot, which I assume is.
I mean, who can really tell?
They're eventually going to
Yeah.
over.
Through.
But-
Nope.
Oh, no.
No,
All
no.
right, well,
Sean McGinnis has got some stuff to say.
that's right. He's got stuff in his hair, stuff to say.
Press conference doesn't start until Sean McInnes says it does.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, God damn it.
Well, the morning stuff is always a little more tight because it's actually like Spike airs it, so like
Right.
they're on a tighter schedule, which is why Sony can kind of just go
Yeah.
because at that point I don't.
Yeah,
it's
not on TV,
less.
It's like whatever. So yeah. I have been dropped from the chat here, so I'm going to refresh. And people can hit me up on Twitter also with questions and stuff. So all right, we're gonna get going here. It looks like
It begins.
Looks like it's starting.
Oh man.
Give us
There we go.
volume.
We need to hear this. We need to feel this.
I feel nothing.
And he feels nothing.
We're forced to.
All right. Or if we all feel nothing, then we're ready for an E3 press conference. Turn it up. All right.
That sounds like video games.
Ladies and
They
gentlemen,
give everyone green glow sticks or
This
something.
is the 2014 Xbox.
You haven't been doing a
Global Media
Spotify
Remake.
playlist this year, have you?
Please
I
welcome the
canceled my
head of
Spotify
Xbox,
account.
Phil Spencer.
I need more.
Yeah.
Tad bit.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to E3. It's an honor to be with you today.
Yeah.
Let me start by welcoming the fans here with us in Los Angeles and the millions
Little
of
Twitter.
fans watching
Look
us
at that.
around the
Yeah.
world, on the web, on Xbox Live, and on Spike TV.
I'm speaking at the
I'd also
pace
like to
of press
recognize
conference
here
speaking.
with us today.
There's still a lot more
Developers
I
lively
have
than
rehearsed
their
this
creations
12
to
times.
life
Yeah.
and deliver them to the world.
The slants on the stage
week,
reminds me of
we
the Jay
share
Allard
common
walkout
purpose.
sit down on the slant. And the,
Nintendo, and the developers and publishers in our industry. That purpose is to showcase the passion, creativity, and potential behind the fastest growing form of entertainment in the world, games.
Right, games.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the bracelets
And we're
for everyone to
here
get
together at
in.
an
That's a really
incredible
That's sneaky.
insidious
time.
way of
That's fucking
of
sneaky.
hacking everyone into your
Consoles
marketing.
Last year, this generation is off to the hottest start in history. This renewed interest and excitement
Is he gonna
benefits
unzip
everyone,
that shirt and
creators,
show what's under there?
publishers,
It looks like there's a
console
logo.
You can
manufacturers,
kind of
yeah.
see the little
and especially
assassins.
gamers.
Oh,
Yeah,
is that what
it's an NWO logo.
On behalf of the entire Xbox team,
Hollywood
I
Phil
want to
Yeah.
sincerely thank you.
He'll come back out
Millions
later
of
and his
Xbox
facial hair will be
owners
dyed.
If
around
Hacksaw
the
Jim
world.
Duggan comes out at some point,
Yeah.
I'll be
We've been
satisfied.
humbled and amazed by all of your comments, ideas.
It's lower to the
tweets,
ground than it used to
but
be.
most importantly, your
Yeah.
support.
Almost like he's like among the
Your
people.
Yeah, he's trying to be
feedback
close
showed
to- up
in
on the
console
stage.
we
Think about
launched
the
in
fact that you
November,
know that you can
and
identify the
updates
difference in
we
stage
delivered
height at this
Been
point.
to a lot of press
Yeah.
conferences.
are shaping the future of Xbox, and we are better for it.
Look at this camera.
you are complaining a lot, and we are going, oh God, and reshaping the platform. So thank you for that.
Today, we're dedicating our entire briefing to games.
Just like last year.
They did have a lot of games last year.
Our
They did,
goal is to make Xbox One
Which
the
one will
best
not get any
place to play
sound?
games
And then
of
they'll
Right,
the
which
awkwardly
will
make
be-
everyone sit through it.
Yeah.
First, I want to show some of the great games coming to Xbox One in 2014, and later in the show, we'll announce some of the new games coming to Xbox in the future. The lineup is diverse, huge franchises.
All right,
new
2014,
IP,
here's two games. All right, let's talk
independent
about the
games, and maybe a few of my own favorites. Gamers are helping set the future direction of Xbox. And our friends at Activision and
That's a great way to
Sledgehammer
spin
Games
it.
are doing the exact same thing with the best-selling
How many revisions do you
franchise
think
in
that
Xbox
sentence went
history.
through?
From the first time I saw what Sledgehammer Games was working on,
Opening
I was
with Call
truly
of Duty.
inspired. In every sense, this game raises
We're now
the
joined
bar
by
for the next generation.
Vinny Caravella.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Proud to open our show with what I
Hi.
believe is the beginning of a new era
Nothing.
for this franchise.
Yeah, you never
He's
said
got
that.
great
And
hair.
once again,
Canceled
that's good
Xbox.
news.
They
Xbox
moved into
owners will be
2015.
the first to play all of the add-on content.
Let's, again, that deal we've always had, we still have that deal
Here's
for Call
the
of Duty.
first look
Yes.
at Call of
I've heard
Duty
interesting things
Advanced
about
Warfare
this
on
Call of Duty
Xbox
game
One.
from a pacing perspective.
I can't believe they're opening with it.
It's a video game.
They opened with Metal Gear last year, right?
I
Yeah.
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, this is the way we should always do it.
See you on the other side.
This is pretty great. Yeah.
Sit in this room.
Base man, I'm seeing heavy enemy fire on our drop pad.
Copy that, Badger 01. Adjusting your trajectory.
Hold on!
Oh,
Mitchell, close the
How much it help them?
push X to save this man.
Nobody makes the first round.
Xbox. Save that dude.
I really thought they were just gonna like separate him at the torso right there.
Resetting drop point.
You don't open E3 with that. You don't open E3 with
You do if you're savage. If you're going savage this
they're
year.
on television. They actually
Yeah, it's fair.
Damn. That's some helicopter. Made it right through a building.
Is that a helicopter or is it some sort of transport device?
Whatever, like a pod or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, yeah.
Get a little bit more volume. Or
Yeah, we're
maybe
missing-
Turn that speaker towards us.
Still
or
in one
something.
piece.
We're missing some key character moments here.
Mitchell, hit the door.
Oh yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah.
Just once I'd like to see a bunch of guys go into battle and have the drop pod land smoothly.
Yeah, this looks all right.
The Vinny Caravella patented mic switch.
Seamless.
All right, now we're in the
All
game.
right.
Feet on the ground and
Man with a gun.
Memo team 1. Yes, sir.
VTOLs and whatnot.
All right, we have switched to in-game animations.
That was pretty, that was pretty smooth, I gotta
It was
say.
a good smooth. Oh, that guy peeking around the corner, that looked
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah, big fat ammo.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm here playing this game. Get back to the action.
Got a sheer drop on
I wonder if that guy took the Call of Duty Uber over.
We'll have to jump down.
There was a big armored
Oh,
vehicle
yeah,
that
yeah.
is Uber sponsored that is taking people around.
Think anybody's
What
ever
is
just-
that?
What?
That showed up next to the gun there, the little meter.
Oh yeah.
Is that just like suit power?
I think it says power level. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there
How much
is jump
nectar?
jets.
Oh wow.
Left.
Huh.
Oh.
That's a nice looking game.
Yes, that's the thing. I mean, you're supposed to be wearing these suits that are going to give you some sort of mobility. Not quite Titanfall.
Is that the new thing?
Not quite Titanfall.
Not quite Titanfall.
Titanfall-like.
Or just that idea of, like, oh, our games are linear, but we'll let you jump.
Right, yeah. Well, it depends. I think some of that stuff can, that's the sort of stuff that when you put it into multiplayer, potentially
For sure.
This looks awesome.
Yeah.
it's interesting.
I mean, it's another shooter, but like it sure looks good.
Why is he moving so slowly?
I just want you to see these people talking about fighting.
Gotta feel the tension of me not
We need to
making
go
it
and
there.
shoot the people! They're shooting at us!
Right. This is about the part of the game where I just run my gun up to his waist.
Yeah.
Back
Yeah,
and
when you
forth.
are playing it, it will not look this good because you will.
You've already shot these guys.
Friendly fire will not be tolerated.
Why am I so small? Why am I so small?
Copy that. Everyone, keep your eyes open.
I'm like genuinely surprised that they are giving this game that prominent of a placement, like, and continuing to believe in the franchise to this level.
People still buy them.
I mean, this is visually off. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a
Oh,
genuinely
yeah,
visually
this
impressive
looks
demo.
nice. Like, yeah.
It's a cross-gen game, too, right? They're still going for all
different,
platforms?
Different team on the old ones, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first time that Sledgehammer's made a full game from the ground up, you know?
Right.
Well, they were making their own game, and then it got canceled so they could work on
Modern Warfare 3.
3. And that was a much different game. This is much more, much more traditional than they were originally going to create.
Yeah, the other thing was like some kind of action adventure kind of thing or something.
Yeah. The idea was, you were going to differentiate Call of Duty almost in a genre
What in
sense.
the world is
whoa.
that?
Okay.
Matrix.
Techno bees. What? I don't. Oh
God,
God.
giant super agent. Looks pretty good. It probably is.
1080.
I'd say it's choppy enough. It's probably Xbox.
Get out there and count lines.
Man.
Hashtag 1080. Put that in
Oh,
the corner.
look at that.
That's
cool.
pretty good.
That looked pretty rad.
Launcher is heavily armored. You're gonna have to find an access
Oh, come on.
In the interest of time,
They
yes,
should
yes.
change
That's-
that.
What?
At this point,
Come up
it's
with
what they
something,
do, you know?
I don't know. It always felt like an Infinity Ward thing.
Yeah,
to me, though.
totally.
A little like paint targets grenade.
Let's be honest, the concept of an Infinity Ward thing doesn't really exist
Right,
anymore
yeah,
because
it's
it's
sort of-
just an Activision Call
Wow.
of Duty thing now.
Jump jet shotgun.
Cool.
Kind of cool that
I mean, the pace of combat, like the little dash move, like, you know,
Yeah.
the
It's a
pace
lot
of combat
faster.
looks very different.
They
than-
seem to be trying to encourage you to get out there a little
Yeah.
bit more than just hanging back.
Moving shield.
What is that?
A drone.
Link from drone.
Is that just kind of like, is he painting a
or
card?
you just paint, yeah.
Or is that like some kind of
you're
heat
on,
ray?
because you're on the shield, so
That's right, yeah.
you're behind the shield. Oh no, is it? The thing's lowering when he goes to
Yeah,
shoot.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, there's the prompt. I don't know if you can read it from here. It's like left trigger to lower.
What?
Oh, you're psyching the grenade on the grenade?
Those grenades also have jetpacks on them, apparently.
Oh,
Okay.
all right. That. If you're gonna take something from Titanfall, you might as well just add the jetpacks to the grenades. Sure.
Yeah, why not?
Just go all in.
Call of Duty, we got jump jets on everything.
Yeah.
Do charge.
Here, you hold on to a grenade. They're crazy.
Oh, shit. Why
You
would
dumbass.
you even do that to yourself,
All
man?
right. Here you go, Alex. Let's see how
I'll take
beefy
off
they
with a
are.
bit there.
Faces look great.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that time. One more time. Pull.
Go.
Got like a laser. on it.
Go.
Mitchell, we're out of time. You gotta jump now.
Or at least talk. At least say a word.
No shit.
That sucks.
Good looking explosion. Sounds good.
Yeah. That's a real bummer.
Oh well. Maybe they're gonna get back to the grand Call of Duty tradition of killing the people you're playing as. Jodan Baker is Mitchell in.
Why'd you let him die?
He's got a super suit.
Yeah.
He's not dead.
You're gonna be all right.
More machine than man now.
Did he ask for it?
We're gonna get you home.
Now
I'm gonna
kiss.
stuff one of these weird grenades in the hole. It'll probably fix it. I don't know.
Oh, well, there you go. Oh, hey, hey.
Oh, so
I
this
need
is how
that.
you get your cyber arm. Okay.
You are Jax.
And now proper trailer time.
Yeah.
Space Dog.
I mean, do you think you'd fight him in a robot suit at some point?
Oh my god,
man.
robot
Dude.
suit.
Mecha
Kevin
Spacey.
God, yes.
I mean, if that's a mechanic, if the like the jump kick is a proper mechanic,
What if
that'd
that's
be,
just
that'd
a
be a
button?
really neat multiplayer thing.
That was cool.
That looks pretty
Ladies and
spectacular.
It does look nice.
That's the best looking thing Call of Duty has done in a while.
Dan
Okay.
Greenewald.
Here's your Forza Horizon 2 update.
At Turn 10,
Oh wait, no,
we
so you
are
just even give like a Forza
inspired
5
by your
update?
passion
Yeah.
for cars and racing. Right now, every week.
His favorite game, Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition. It's a good pick. It's a good pick.
I can't argue with that.
Thank you, racing fans.
12 years ago, we started with a
Thank
mission
you. Was a little uncomfortable.
to ignite
Thanks,
gaming
Vinny.
passion in car lovers and car passion in gamers. To do this, we've delivered unique experiences like community paint sharing.
Like they recently
drive
added
car
like a
opponents,
ton of
powered by Xbox
way more
Live.
cars like to their season pass. Like, hey, the thing you already bought, we're putting more cars into it.
They've always been very good at quietly continuing to support those games for
Yeah.
years past people paying attention
Right.
to them.
Free
Yeah.
content, like Brave America and Long Beach, for our fans. And for you, may I present the most iconic sports car track in the world, the Nürburgring.
You know, the thing that was in the
Wait,
last
that
game.
was not
Yeah,
in
and the one before that. Like, hey, guess what?
We did it again.
Man.
Green Hell will be making its next-gen debut in Forza Motorsport 5.
Great.
Including the full
Come on.
60-mile combined circuit, it's been 100% captured at millimeter accuracy and crafted from the ground up for this generation. We're committed to creating your home for
Have
racing
fun banging
on
around
Xbox
with
One.
Drivatars on the
So we're
Nürburgring.
thrilled to announce that the Nürburgring will be available
For free.
starting today.
Ah. Sure.
I
Not
like
for
this.
free, but today.
Yeah.
I like this ISO talk to the camera thing.
Right,
We're
yeah.
going to Forza Motorsport 5, and it's free.
There you go.
Their dude with the
They
steady
have,
cam on
they
his
have some goodwill to make up when it comes to that game
Yep.
still, I think. So,
And now,
But that's a
we're
start.
excited
It
to
said
show you the
Drivatar
next
is going to be
edition
in
of the
Horizon,
franchise.
so
To
yeah.
present Forza Horizon 2 on Xbox One, please welcome Playground Games' Ralph Fulton.
I'm up
Thanks,
here.
Dan. And thank you, Forza fans. Horizon 2 is an action-packed open-world driving game filled with incredible vistas, amazing music, and over 200 of the world's greatest cars. Including the premiere of the Lamborghini Huracan, our car list is bigger and more diverse than ever. Built for Xbox One on Forza Motorsport 5's graphics engine, Horizon 2 delivers a full day-night cycle and introduces dynamic weather, all in stunning 1080p.
What if he'd said 720p? How funny would have that have been?
All in stunning
Last year,
962.
our technology changed racing forever. Now evolved for your open world, your Forza 5 Drivatar is already playing in Forza Horizon 2.
I don't like that
When
one
you choose
bit.
to play on Xbox Live, dedicated servers allow you to join instantly. No lobbies, no waiting. And the experience is even more social when you create a club. With up to 1,000 members,
Like a drive
the club
club?
can become a community in its own right.
A club for
Forza
driving.
Horizon 2 is epic. It's fun. It's beautiful, and it's socially connected. The road trip of your life begins exclusively on Xbox this September 30th.
Cool.
Pretty early.
I love the first Horizon game. Like,
Yep.
You know,
Super fun.
like the bones of Forza 5 are not my favorite, but still super excited for this.
I mean, it's no Colorado, but sure.
Yeah.
What did they say where it's set?
Yeah,
Southern Europe.
Southern Europe.
Okay.
Centered around like a music festival or something like that.
It was in the first
Yeah,
game,
the first
too,
one
yeah.
was
Oh.
it was almost like a MotorStorm style of like premise around the
yeah.
driving.
Minus the post-apocalyptic angle.
Well, originally MotorStorm wasn't post-apocalyptic. It was just
They kind of toyed with it a little
Yeah.
bit, but yeah. That got way heavier in the later games.
if there's a button to fucking throw up your doors while you're driving,
Yeah, you're way in.
then that's the smartest thing they can do.
Just a fleet of cars all
Yeah,
just
just like,
opening
fuck
their
it.
doors.
Like, I'm just waiting for one of these cars to mount another car at this point. This is so corny.
There is something like you notice that in car presentations.
Like, it's like the wet.
It's a little.
Open your door.
That looks pretty
Yeah,
cool.
well,
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, they did an off-road pack as DLC for the first game that I didn't think was great, but it came out kind of late after. So,
Yeah, it felt like an afterthought.
yeah.
They just throw up available for pre-order now.
Yep.
Oh, of course they did.
Yeah, I mean, it's always.
Well,
That is
they're kind of
customary.
putting down like their tiny announcements that would take up about 30 seconds in these little.
To be fair,
subheads.
that game's out in 3 months.
Here comes Evolve. One day, Vinny.
They
One day.
customize all of the press conferences
Oh,
for
wow.
individual players.
They're doing the Call of Duty thing.
beta and DLC.
Yep.
Huh. Didn't expect them to go after this one.
It's
been
a,
getting
it's
good
a
buzz.
neat game. It's,
Yeah.
it's fun. Like, it's,
Oh yeah,
it's a really cool
I'm
thing.
dying to play it for sure.
When I played it, we played it on PC, and this is pretty much what it looked like there. So, you know, temper your.
At the same monster.
The monster I played as was called the Goliath, and I was too busy looking at its back to know what it looks like from the front.
See how many eyes it had.
Yeah,
That one had tentacles.
yeah. Yeah, they were not talking about additional monsters when I played it, but it's clear that, I mean, because they have multiple characters for each one of the classes with totally different loadouts and options and stuff, so.
Well, I mean, you gotta imagine that's their big
yeah.
reveals leading up to the.
Yeah, if they're going to do DLC first or something, then that'll be like, you know, the new monster is...
Dude, video games are starting to look real good, you guys.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Evolve's a cool game, but again, it's like I keep saying, you're gonna have to play
Please
it with
welcome
friends.
senior producer from Ubisoft.
Is there
Mr.
any
Leon.
single player component?
Not that they've shown. No, I don't think so. So yeah, so here's your assassins on stage.
Hello, everyone.
Crazy, right?
I'm here to introduce Assassin's Creed Unity, the first exclusively next-generation installment in our epic saga.
They just go to them and go like, it won't crash.
Unity is set in
on our
18th
stage.
century
Trust us.
Paris during the chaotic and ruthless period of the French Revolution. As assassin Arnaud Victor Dorian, you will explore our biggest playground ever, which we have filled with hundreds of quests, activities, and rewards. But that's not all.
Are there towers I can climb?
ACU also marks the first time you will be able to form your own brotherhood and join with up to 3 friends on Xbox Live.
Yes, exactly like a drive club. Murder club.
Let's jump in this exclusive gameplay demo to show you how Unity completely redefines the Assassin's Creed experience.
Oh boy, I don't know.
Enjoy.
Give it a shot. Let's just see what they got here. Let's see what they're doing.
As long as you can kill your own assassin teammates.
Are they saying you're playing through the story with other people?
I think that's the implication.
That
Is it
seems to
co-op
be.
story.
Huh.
That might be its own campaign, though, sort of side thing.
Or missions like their own.
I mean, some of that multiplayer stuff, like some of the that stuff was pretty fun. If they found a way to integrate that into the story, that could be neat.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
I see they've gone and made their game again. All right.
Oh, let's see this crowd.
I mean, show
me the crowd.
That trailer that we just had.
That's
Yo, check out those people.
Oh, just jump in there and start killing everybody.
This is literally the same shot that they showed during Dead Rising 3's promo cycle, only those were all zombies.
Are you sure they're not zombies here? Is that the
I
reveal?
can't be certain.
Wait, why isn't he touching them? He's like,
Next-gen physics.
They haven't made physics yet. The people touching physics are coming later.
It's next-gen social awkwardness and personal space issues.
hey, we're cool.
Well, that's just okay.
Okay, that's uncalled for.
And now, oh hey,
The idea of using the crowd to your advantage is kind of a cool idea.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's just, a singular scripted moment, or if that could be...
well, it's set during the Revolution. There are probably going to be a number of those moments.
Because, yeah, they've pretty much only done,
By the way, there are people standing here.
hire
Yeah.
prostitutes, distract the guards.
Hey, cut it back to the gameplay,
Yeah,
man.
we get it. They're playing the game.
Take care of this, or I will use your head as a piss pot. You men.
Maybe he's into that. I mean,
Boy, I sure do hope you have to follow him for a while.
One that brings me ahead gets 50 soon. You heard me?
That's kind of cool.
Secure the gate.
Stabbing team go.
I feel like it's cool until somebody messes it up.
Yeah.
Hurts everybody.
buddy, dog, dude, check this out.
I don't know the timing of that was just.
Yeah, how are they communicating with that? I guess
talking to
over
each other.
chat. But still, but like to actually say.
He's jump kicked that guy.
Did they straight up silence pistol?
I think it was just. I think he launched like a crossbow
dart
thing or
was
something.
Good looking Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, this looks really nice.
It doesn't have that like over. Well, I mean, at least not in these shots. It doesn't have that over. I don't know, whatever it was they did in AC4, where they up-resed it so much that it all looked like a little too crisp. It doesn't seem like this has that.
Oh, get down in there.
Right, the four sports outside.
They're not going to play like you.
There are 4 of you.
The marquee.
Stop it.
There are 4 of you, and 1 man is invincible in this game. Imagine what 4 can do. Just chaining, X button, counter stab, counter stab, counter stab.
Why would you cut away at that moment? That was the moment where he was like descending upon the room.
Look, you know.
They've got those cameras there. They got to use them.
Oh, look at the guy in the upper right. What did he just pick up? Is that a
Giant axe.
The 4-player split screen confirmed.
You were the most cowardly at the end of this match. You got the most kills.
You became the town drunkard.
Cowards! Get back here!
We can work together. Spare me, please. They're only peasants.
All right.
Well. Wait, are you his head?
Yeah, that's his head dying right there.
That's the case.
Oculus Rift support.
Well,
gross!
Wow.
He lasted a long time.
His head boom. Bias.
All right, I'm in.
Couldn't tell too much when they switched to split screen how much the combat has changed or if it's changed at all.
Is that Jade Raymond?
Gotten awful tired of that.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
The very first game that I played
Here's a little
was
laid-back
Missile
music.
Command
Hey,
in the arcade.
yeah, Lars.
And I was
Awesome.
completely
Hey, what's
blown
up, old
away by
Eidos
it.
Interactive PR guy?
The early Scott Adams adventure games on my TV.
Even though he hasn't done that in like a decade, I still think of him that way.
See that somebody could control what was going on screen.
My dad brought home a Sears Pong station for our television with a little twist controller and a button.
I don't know what year it was, but it was Pizza Hut and it was Space Invaders, and I got hooked.
We don't let Abby Heb talk, though.
Meanwhile,
Space Invaders.
This guy's on fire.
Here's your Dragon Age.
Let those who would destroy us step into the light.
Did you play 2, Vinny?
Yeah.
Did you like 2?
Did anyone really like 2 that much?
Some people liked it.
2 was like...
It was just repetitive.
Yeah.
Like you'd go into
It
the
was
same
not what,
caves
it
over and
didn't
over.
seem
right?
like what people who really loved the first game were looking for.
Is
But
it-
maybe an okay game?
Is
in
it
its own
actually
right.
possible for someone to walk through a wheat field without using their fingertips to brush along the wheat?
Look, man,
Whoa.
do you want video games to look good or what?
Dude,
I'm
it's
just
the Age
saying.
of Dragons.
Dragon Age.
Just saying.
It says Dragon Age.
Just saying.
We're in the Dragon Age. See?
Chaos has left its mark upon me.
Hang on, is this still Skyrim or did they pull back from that? You know?
So this is going to be an open world in a sense.
Yeah.
I mean, how much? You know, we'll see when we play it in a couple days here.
Yeah. This looks a damn sight better than 2.
Well, there are environments, so
I don't
yeah.
think there's we haven't seen any gameplay.
I guess
yet.
actually, if I went and looked at the rundown time stuff, how about we talk more about Dragon Age during the EA press conference?
Fair enough.
I will tell you more then.
Okay.
This looks really nice, though.
Yeah.
I haven't played either of the games, but I'm probably going to jump into this
This
one.
seems like the time to jump in, maybe.
Yeah.
I'll wait to see what Dave Snyder has to say.
Oh, you mean our Dragon Age editor?
Yeah. Oh.
I will die first.
Okay.
Nobody expects the Dragon Age position.
October 7th. Huh. Okay, maybe there are games coming out in 2014.
It's not a lot of time for you to read all the books, man. Get on it.
If you could do a book report
The
for me,
extended universe.
I'll give you some money. Give me some Cliff Notes.
Check out my Tumblr. It's got
Okay.
all my fan fiction.
In the age.
Oh, this is Hardline, right? Oh no, that's not a cop. What is this?
I'm gonna say. Could it be Homefront?
Oh,
No.
no, you wouldn't be that well armed if this was Homefront. You would not be a straight up army dude.
Splinter Cell?
It's gonna be an alien silly game.
Lock in your
Oh,
distance now.
Insomniac.
What? What?
You know what? Good.
That's
nice
that's
work.
that's really
All right, sure.
a little meta E3.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I'm really excited about this game.
Yeah.
It looks really cool.
When they announced the 8-player co-op, that sounds great.
Brad, you saw it not that long ago.
I played it, yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked what I played of it.
The criticism I've heard of what they were showing is that it didn't necessarily seem fast enough. Like this looks fast, but when you're gliding on wires and some of the other stuff, like it didn't seem that speedy.
So the build they were showing was like 3 months old for stability or whatever. They said they had already made some changes beyond that to make you be able to get around faster.
crate are safe now.
But yeah, it remains to be seen.
Wait, I mean, Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Oh, hey! Welcome to spectacular Sunset City. Okay, here's the situation. A contaminated energy drink has turned everyone into mutants.
Okay.
Super survivors, doing whatever they can to get by. But some of them are dicks, attacking others for their stuff. Whoops, ignore that one.
I don't know if I like that guy's attitude. It's a little too irreverent.
It is. I feel like it could be way more annoying than it actually is, though.
Doesn't just survive, but does it with style. Who is this hero? Me. Not me. Oh, you. Can you survive the many dangers? Can you help others survive? Can you save Sunset City? Can you? For the love of God, can you? Of course you can. It's a f***ing video game.
Alright. Such a hard swing of rebellion against their last game.
Yeah. Or just like Insomniac of the last 10 years.
Yeah.
With the exception of Ratchet.
That was a pretty good trailer.
Cool. Yeah. I'll take the industry poking a little fun at itself.
Yeah. As far as the speed of getting around, I mean, you have to balance that with being able to aim and shoot things at the same time.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I'll see how that stuff
Sunset Overdrive.
turns out.
Yes, you.
No.
Are the hero.
Oh, don't point at me, Ted Price.
Customize your character.
Ted Price is pissed.
The open world with speed, strategy, and style, using an arsenal of unconventional weapons and special
Ted
abilities.
Price jumps into the audience and starts fighting someone Axl Rose style.
You're gonna be a hero, motherfucker! Factions have overrun the local amusement park, and our mission is to fight our way to the roller coaster on the far side.
As long as he doesn't do that big jump like the guy did announcing Peggle 2 last year.
Right. Okay. I was worried that he was going to jump down and start having an irreverent conversation with Ted Price, and I don't know if it's a little too early in the morning for that. Like, this to me almost seems like it's a game that feels like a Dead Rising-esque space.
Yeah.
Of like, here's kind of a weird...
Dead Rising was the first thing I thought of when I started playing it.
Yeah. Kind of an unconventional game that...
Even down to the like wacky, like kind of cobbled together weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
But there seems to be sort of like a running theme, like Titanfall, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Sunset Overdrive. Like there's this, like, increased movement for the player seems to be a big theme of games early out of the gate. Is maybe the games aren't that different than what you've seen. They're bigger, but you can do more in terms of getting around the spaces.
Yeah.
Some of that maybe seems like a reaction to the kind of methodical pace of cover shooters from the last generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, fuck hiding behind a box. Like, let's just fly all over the place.
I'm glad that profuse vomiting is a heavy theme of this game.
I really like the big text pop-ups though.
Yep.
That stuff's really neat.
Fun.
Like the game is having a lot of fun with itself. It's gonna have to, if everything in this game is like that trailer where it's, haha, video games, like it, might not work, but.
Or it's the sort of thing that, like, for it to work, they need an insane amount of variety. It's like the minute you see some of that stuff for the third time or something, you're like, all right, I get it. It's going to say
the little wisecrack he just said as the guy
Yeah.
destroyed. Like, I can totally imagine hearing that for the 30th time.
Like they're real hot on their respawn animations.
Yeah,
There are really a lot of them.
There are a lot, but at some point you're going to see all of those.
Yeah.
That's great.
cool.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
I thought he would die just to show one of them. Funny.
I am psyched for this game.
Yeah, that's right up my alley for sure.
Into it.
Now, it's not just about the campaign. We've also got a big 8-player experience called Chaos Squad on dedicated servers powered by Xbox Live.
That is 6 characters,
8
not
friends
8.
cooperatively earn loot and save Sunset City. So, whether you're playing solo or with friends, be the hero you want to be in Sunset Overdrive, starting October 28th, exclusively on Xbox One. Thank you.
What if I want to be a silent and dignified hero? Can I do that
October,
in that game?
October
Don't
continues.
worry, they're going to announce that game in a little bit here.
Okay.
October continues to be very crowded. What?
Brand new DLC.
I remember that guy.
Here comes a new challenger.
Wait.
All right.
Are back and kicking it old school in an all-new Dead Rising 3 arcade adventure.
Excuse me? Can we,
What is happening?
I think my coffee got bad.
It's game time.
All right. Go on.
Bonus stages. They're all super special.
Man, remember when we wrote off Capcom at this year's E3?
31th anniversary.
Boom shakalike. Slam-a-lama ding-dong.
Oh, wow. Look at that boss.
That's pretty fucking funny. Wow.
Wow. Did Dave Lang make this?
Oh, man.
Tofu? For Resident Evil?
God.
Oh my god!
What?
That's
How did that
fantastic.
become the best thing on this whole show?
Holy shit.
DLC
Wow.
for Resident 3.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
Just want to say there was a tofu reference from Resident. That
It
is
2014.
You had to beat Resident Evil 2 like 9 times to unlock tofu.
Whoever is adding that
Holy
to the
tingly
database,
right
make
now.
sure you get all those titles in there.
They got the dash in the logo.
Yeah. So here's your. So Dance Central Spotlight showed up in an ESRB listing.
Back in 2010, fans have danced to over 220 million songs.
My favorite game,
And for
Rock
the past
Band.
4 years,
Oh, come on.
Harmonix has been delivering high-quality, innovative motion gaming experiences for Kinect. On October 21st, we're excited to release Disney Fantasia Music Evolved for Xbox 360
A lot going on in
and
October
Xbox
for
One.
Xbox.
In this game, we've created a world where music and magic are one, where you'll become a sorcerer's apprentice and remix your favorite songs through expressive motion gameplay. But since the launch of the Xbox One, our fans have been asking us, when are you bringing back our favorite dance franchise? Well, the wait ends this September with Dance Central Spotlight, an all-new digital-only title available exclusively for download on Xbox One. With a soundtrack of chart-topping hits and new technology that allows us to get
That's a weird camera.
Yeah, that's not a great angle.
dancing to the hottest hits of the moment week after week. So, dance to top hits and Dance Central Spotlight.
What if you started
and
dancing?
explore a world of
What if
music
he
and
demoed
magic
it?
with Disney Fantasia Music Evolved. Only on Xbox this fall. See you at E3.
And invited Ted Price back out.
So Spotlight's kind of interesting because it seems like it'll be like 10 songs that come with it, and they'll just rely on DLC. It seems like you'll be able to import DLC that you've purchased for the previous games.
Oh wow!
And
I don't know if it's all of it.
And they've streamlined their choreography process to where they'll be able to put songs out while they're still popular.
Oh, cool.
Kind of role-playing experience. Fable Legends is a bold and innovative adventure, and I'm proud to share it with you here today. Welcome to a place of magic, fairy tale, and myth. This
Los
is
Angeles.
where we can discover the stories and characters of Albion. This is Bright Lodge, the social heart of Fable Legends, and your home in the game. Say hello to Sterling. He's a classic Fable character.
He's kind of, that dude needs to, he's projecting a little too much.
Noble, capable of
It's
self-narration.
not nearly British enough to
In this
represent a
growing
Fable
town,
game.
you and your friends
Chase
find
chickens.
and begin your quest.
Chase chickens.
You'll also encounter many of the heroes you'll team up with. Here are just a few of them.
What?
Winter, a hero of will.
Somewhere out there is treasure, adventure, and a world of things better than standing right here.
Uh-huh.
Rook,
Real
a
good.
hero
There's a
of
reason they
skill.
put this in the middle of the conference, I'm guessing.
Well, they're also not showing a particularly interesting, like showing a lobby meetup with your
Inga.
Yeah, I
characters.
mean, this
is
is
not.
basically Diablo
Well,
Town.
don't hang about polishing your codgkins. We've got questing to do.
The idea of a co-op
Right,
Fable
let's
could.
see what's
I
out
skipped
there.
3. It's been long enough. I liked Fable 2 a lot.
Yeah.
In this chapter of Fable Legends story, the heroes enter an old and overgrown ruin in order to recover an ancient artifact. While humanity and its champions venture into untamed lands and primeval forests, the natural world prepares to strike back. Magical beasts, monsters, and even nastier creatures are marshaling their forces
to defeat those who dare trespass into their realm.
I like this guy's read.
We get in, we get out, swift and smooth. Family motto and lifestyle.
Looks good.
Old chap.
What
Shut
is-
up,
it's
Steph.
gonna be like Monster Hunter?
Red cat! Stay behind me!
I'd probably more Diablo end of the spectrum.
All right, boys and girls, this is where it gets serious.
That guy's got a gun.
This quest shall lead me to honor, glory, and treasure. I'll be taking this.
Sterling, over here! You like ice with that?
A lot of sass in these last couple games.
Yeah. I have to realize that they need to out-sass the people playing them
Yeah, it's
on
actually
live streams.
It's kind of unfortunate this had to
Our
follow
vision
both
is
Sunset
for more
Overdrive
than
and that
just a
DLC.
cooperative Fable. We want to create an experience unique in multiplayer gaming, something innovative, and something dramatic. We needed a new challenge for you, our players. In Fable Legends, you can be the villain. The villain player in Fable Legends brings a whole new perspective to the game, controlling the world from above like a malevolent god.
Okay, buddy.
Every trap and every spell.
I'm gonna live out my murder fantasies this fall.
You are
in the
not the
multiplayer
hero.
beta.
I'm a fucking psychopath.
It's
Finally made a
it's
game
your
for me.
job to do the worst. You decide how, where,
I will cut
and
you
who
at
to
E3.
target with
I'm
your
gonna
many
rip off
powers
these heroes'
and
heads and shit down those heroes' necks.
It all sounds so pleasant the way he says it, though.
Yeah, it really does.
It was basically like a commander mode over the four-player stuff.
Yeah,
like a
you're-
dungeon keeper sort of
How does
thing.
our
You're
story
controlling the
The outcome
environment
of
and
each
traps
of
and
your
stuff.
adventures depends on what's stronger. Is it the bravery and teamwork of the four
neat looking
heroes,
environment.
or
Yeah.
the skill and dastardly cunning of the villain?
Stand ready now!
I still don't quite get what this game is, though.
Yeah.
You got me!
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like on like a broader perspective.
It's
Is,
questing.
it, yeah,
You
is,
quest.
is there a big story, or is it just kind of these?
We're almost there. Stick
I
with
mean,
it.
this is
Yeah,
obviously
more-
teasing the multiplayer beta that they mentioned is happening this
Right,
fall.
yeah.
So
Also,
they've said there's going to be like a campaign and stuff. So
if there's a beta this fall, I guess that means this isn't out this year.
they already said that.
Oh,
Yeah.
they did.
That guy's club is a head that looks like his head.
There's a lot more combat focus than I expect out of Fable.
Which makes me wonder: is that strictly just this, like when you're playing with other players, or how much is their traditional Fable?
I think this is the game.
Yeah, I would
based
assume
on the,
like it.
the
descriptions I've seen. We got an appointment to see it on Wednesday, so
We'll find out.
Nice
figure out what the hell it
animations.
is.
yeah, that looked good.
That was
Yeah,
really
yeah,
cool.
Okay, that was
Yeah,
definitely the
this
best
is,
thing they showed.
This is on Unreal Engine, I think.
4?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
And logo.
Could be all right.
Sure.
On behalf of the team at Lionhead, it's been my pleasure to share this first look into Fable Legends. Our multiplayer beta will begin this fall. To sign up and learn more, visit FableLegends.com. Join us in our magical world and play as a part of a team of heroes, or mastermind the game as the evil villain. The choice is yours.
If I could mash any 2 games, I just feel like all of them. Yeah, just put them all in one. I just want like Grand Theft Auto,
Weird.
but I could be a Ninja Turtle and Batman together. Yeah. Ninja Turtles and Batman? Actually, no.
Bobby
that's
Moynihan
what I
was
want.
available.
Just Ninja Turtles and Batman.
So,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah. The arcade Ninja Turtles. We're coming April, like they look like that. Yeah. Running to the side, running
but
sideways.
in the style of the Arkham series of Batman games.
Yeah, that's what I want.
You're in luck.
I heard cool things about this beta. Like I didn't mess around with it too much, but
They showed, like, I went to a demo a
Wait,
while
what
ago.
is this? Is this
Spark.
Oh, Spark. Yeah, I've messed around with Project
Where's
Spark
the rest
for
of your
like
game?
20 minutes.
I almost forgot the best part.
I saw a bunch of, like they showed off a bunch of user-created stuff that was going on in the beta.
I
and
played
some of it looked
someone
cool.
made a pinball machine in it that was like not
Functional.
fun to play, but like it was cool that it worked.
This up last night.
Okay.
Well, that's like, you know, also the problem with like games like Little Big Planet. It's like, is it neat to watch a YouTube video that someone made a calculator? Like, totally.
Yeah.
Do I really want to play that?
Desert of Death. I see desert, but I don't see any.
If you can think of a better way to use a calculator, I would like you to say it right now.
I want to watch a live stream of a calculator.
With Claude.
Cool.
That was awesome.
I told you.
So, what should our next game be? Steve's building some new mechs.
Nice. How about zombie mechs?
Yes, zombie mechs from space.
Done. Game on.
Oh, so every video game. Got it.
I really like you. What? Nothing?
Let's make a dating sim. Look at my email real quick to see if anyone has sent out press releases for anything crazy yet. Looks like no.
What? Oh, they're gonna let you use Microsoft IP, I bet.
Oh.
I couldn't resist.
What do millennials think about Conquer?
Almost 10 years without a new game. Guess we'll have to make our own.
Because it'd be bad business to put me in a game.
No one would buy it. Weird. That's like a really odd way to nod at Rare, given that a bunch of people were just laid off.
Yeah.
Like,
sure.
Why the hell not?
Just lump everything you don't want to make proper. It's like here's
Blinks and Voodoo Vince.
Force characters only in Project Spark.
What is this?
oh, I saw a trailer of this before E3. This game looks alright.
Oh.
If this is a game where I just get to play with a cute pet the entire time, I'm into it. No, wait, no, don't. Oh.
Evil Bird's gonna steal it.
Oh.
Well, that's... You think this is that appointment?
Yeah, probably. What up? You know what it's called, Patrick?
If you'd asked me a month ago.
Guessing we're about to find out. That's not us.
Are everyone's little wristbands like changing color? Oh, that's weird.
It's just like advanced version of the Kinect smock.
Yeah.
A little creepy.
Wait, Ori?
Ori and the Blind Forest.
So wait, was that announced already?
No.
No.
Oh,
no.
it wasn't?
No, they had contacts ahead of time. I don't know. I don't know if it's that appointment or not.
It probably is. Hey, Vinny, do you think
If I
you
were
could
to go
reach
hang
that
out with somebody
remote
from a
over
video
there?
game, I'd
Push
probably
the
choose
the
Duke
TV
Nukem.
remote. I'll just
And
jack the
big old
brightness up
Duke,
on the
like
TV a little bit.
original Duke.
And hang out with Marcus, the first character you play in State of Decay, because he's just an everyman. He's just a dude.
The main character in Limbo. The ogre in
That's no hot
Titanfall.
potato.
The guy's walking down Manhattan with
Oh,
his
God.
little buddy. I'd do that down the streets of Seattle. That would be pretty cool.
Be Master Chief. He's just one of the
Be quick
best
about it. We're
characters,
missing
best
Precious
designed
Banter.
characters, Great background, great story, everything about him.
Wonder what this is. Or Conquer.
It's Halo 2.
Oh yeah.
Isn't this
Yeah,
that?
you're right, you're right.
He's giving the Covenant back their bomb.
Totally that old trailer from Halo 2.
To find him, you have to forget the stories. Forget the legends. You have to do more than walk in his footsteps.
You have to buy these games again.
For he is more than the sum of his actions.
How much do you think it would cost to get Keith David to do voiceover for our E3 coverage next year?
I don't know.
It might be worth it.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger.
Wow, you're really devaluing.
Yeah.
No, I think he really loves us.
Is that the Spartan from the cover of Halo 5?
Yeah.
I can't remember what that looks like.
But because all our lives.
So Blur is redoing all of the cutscenes for Halo 2.
Yeah, that does look like the...
I'm the Arkham Knight.
Because the seeds
Yeah, it
of
totally
our
is.
future
That's the new dude.
are sown in his past.
Okay.
I'm not sure I'm fully.
Ladies and gentlemen, from 343 Industries.
I think that's their way of acknowledging both this collection and like
the new stuff.
Like, oh, the seeds of his future are sown in his past. Go play these old games.
If you remember when they did Halo 1 anniversary, they put a bunch of Halo 4 stuff into it.
Yeah.
So
He was questioning everything.
with this, they were going to put Halo 5 stuff into Halo 2.
Now Master Chief begins a deeply personal journey, questioning authority and searching for the truth.
Sure.
And as we just revealed, there's also someone else looking for answers, searching for him. This is about Master Chief's journey, his past and his future. At 343, when we think about the Halo universe, we think of it as a real place.
We say,
inhabited by
oh God,
real
oh God, oh God, don't screw this up.
a real, almost tangible history. And so bringing that history
man, I wanna
to
see
life
that
on
art
Xbox One
on
isn't just about making
a new
game.
machine.
It's about embracing
Whatever
our
I thought of
tradition
Halo 4.
and our roots and everything that we are passionate about with Halo. It's about retelling Chief's entire legendary tale, precisely the way you remembered it, and then also from a new perspective as we lead up to the launch of Halo 5 Guardians next year. And so, on November 11th, 2014, for the first time ever, you can play the entire Master Chief saga on a single console, the Xbox One, with Halo, the Master Chief Collection.
So they're giving Halo 2 the anniversary edition treatment like they did for Halo 1. 3 and 4 are kind of remaining intact, but they're changing graphics. They're updating at 60 frames a second, that sort of stuff.
Halo 2, Halo 3, and Halo 4. But
Not
it's
a bad
not
collection.
just a celebration of our past. It's also about laying the foundation.
And the
for our
multiplayer is all
future.
separate. So if you're playing on a
Everything
Halo
you're about
1
to
map,
see
it'll be
today
Halo
is
1
included in
rules.
the
If you're playing on a
Master
Halo
Chief
2
collection.
map, it'll be Halo 2
I'd like
rules.
to welcome
It's not like they
Dan
did
Ayoub,
with the last
343's
anniversary.
executive producer of the Master Chief Collection.
Thanks, Barney. When we started working on the Master Chief Collection, we knew we had an opportunity to do something special.
And
To
it's
not only
it's certain
rekindle our
affinity
fans'
and
memories, but to also introduce a new generation of
Saber?
fans.
Saber. Yeah, same guys that did
The
anniversary
collection
last time.
features a single unified interface to give you all 4 games with everything unlocked.
4,000
on one
achievement
disc
points.
in a single seamless interface. So you can play the Chief's journey however you want. Now, unlocking everything at the offset also lets us do something else. We're going to create custom playlists, taking great moments from all 4 games and combining them together.
So you can
this
skip
is,
the bullshit.
This is not. I feel like this is not a big deal the way they're trying to make it out to be
Now,
because
as
it's
many
like
of you know,
because it's like playlists. It's like,
November
do you want to
marks
play
the
all the
10-year
Warthog
anniversary
levels
of Halo
across
2.
all 4 games
And I am
in
excited
sequence?
to tell you
Like
that Halo 2
I
is
guess.
getting the full anniversary treatment.
You just want to play
We've
the flood
retouched-
parts.
Right.
We've retouched every part of the game, and of course, you can switch from new to classic at the touch of a button. Now, Halo 2's multiplayer was special for a lot of reasons, and we wanted to keep that intact, so Halo 2 Anniversary will contain the original Halo 2 multiplayer exactly as it shipped 10 years ago. In addition, we selected 6 iconic Halo 2 maps to recreate with the power of the Xbox One. I'd like to show you guys some gameplay on Ascension with the help of our pro players today. Okay guys, everyone ready? All right. Okay, let's go. So we're going to be showing you gameplay from Ghost's POV because he's a lot better than I am. That's right. Oh, yes, we are playing Spartans versus Elites. And he's crouching on me. Okay, thank you. You also saw there a dual wield, another big mainstay.
He's
of Halo 2
crouching
gameplay, and as I said, we are playing Spartans versus Elites. This is actually one of my favorite maps. We've got some great sight lines. You can really see the vistas popping here as well. Okay, there we go.
Weird looking model for that sniper rifle.
Nice. Okay. Oh, get the Banshee. Oh yeah, here we go. We got him. We got him.
This is some expert commentary.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I gotcha. There you have it. That's just a sneak peek of what's coming your way November 11th. The Master Chief Collection has over 100 multiplayer maps. That is every map ever released on Halo 1 through 4, all running on their original engines, all running at 1080p, 60 frames per second on dedicated servers. And finally, because achievements are awesome, the Master Chief Collection will ship with 4,000 gamer score. Thanks, Bonnie.
Because at this point, we don't even give a shit.
Who fucking cares?
That's a huge amount of gameplay. But in addition to great gameplay, we wanted to lay the foundation for the future. So included in the Master Chief Collection is Halo Nightfall, our live-action digital series created in collaboration with executive producer Ridley Scott and director Sergio Mimica Gazan.
I'm sorry, what?
The series introduces a
She just
pivotal
swore at
new
you.
character and a story that leads right up to Halo 5 Guardians. And as you can see, Halo Nightfall is currently in production.
There's this, and then there's a separate show with
Spielberg thing,
Showtime.
and that's next fall.
Yeah.
So that'll be more around the release of Halo 5.
Final piece of the Master Chief Collection. This December, we bring you the Halo 5 Guardians beta.
We delayed all these games, but here's some betas.
It's a celebration of our arena multiplayer legacy. And the beta will debut new game modes and features. So here's just a small taste of what you're going to experience this holiday. Enjoy.
Ready! Let's move!
Small taste?
That was an extremely small taste.
I didn't taste anything at all.
Yeah.
A little chalky.
So, weird thing about this Master Chief Collection, when they showed it off to us, when they were showing, before they picked up a controller, it kind of, they were at the beginning of like Halo 2 or something like that. And the prompt on screen said, move mouse to look around. And then as soon as they touched the controller, it said, move controller to look around. Which makes me wonder if it'll come to PC.
Halo launched Xbox Live, and
Halo 3 is coming to PC. Spencer has been out there saying,
like in the wake of all that stuff.
Will allow gamers to
my favorite game of Vince.
Actually, his favorite game.
I love it.
Only on Xbox One.
Hey guys, remember Limbo?
Yeah.
You'll be able to play everything you've just seen on Xbox One this holiday.
I think including betas in your, here's what you're going to play this year portion of the press conference is sort of
These games
shitty.
represent just a handful of the many games you will see this year. In addition to our holiday lineup, we are also investing in new IP, familiar franchises, and continued investment in Xbox Live. I'm excited to share a selection of our games from our 2015 portfolio and beyond. I believe these games highlight the breadth, depth, and diversity of our gaming portfolio.
unlike the ones we just showed.
Let's start with the game from an incredible studio. Their first game was one of my favorite games of all time. It debuted on Xbox 360 and went on to win Game of the Year honors. This is a first look at what they have been working on for the last 4 years, and it will debut on Xbox in early 2015.
I'm psyched to see this.
Did they say who it was, or did they just...
The Limbo guys.
Oh.
Oh,
Play
shit.
Dead?
Really? Oh, wow. Huh. Maybe this is what we have that appointment for?
I mean, it did literally say, like, kind of limbo-ish when he's describing the game, so...
Yeah.
Endless runner.
Wow.
Don't seem really great in this world.
Yeah. I feel like those guys don't do happy. Well, that was haunting.
Ladies and gentlemen, please
Aesthetically,
welcome
like,
the
you know,
director
all
of
kind of similar to...
Yeah, Chris Charlo on stage.
Oh, wow.
ID at Xbox is a program we've built to help independent developers realize their creative visions and bring great games to
Hashtag
Xbox
launch
One.
parody.
Independent developers like Cappy, Iron Galaxy, and Team Colorblind
Iron
built
Galaxy.
some of the most unique and diverse gameplay experiences anywhere. Through the ID at
Someone
Xbox
lost a
program,
bet or something. Like, what?
providing developers with free development kits, free middleware options, and ongoing support that enables developers to self-publish on Xbox One. They get to use the full power and unique features of Xbox, from Live to Kinect, Smart Glass, our impulse triggers, and of course, our support for 8 controllers and 1 Xbox.
So they can show
We're
IDARB then.
thrilled to have so many amazing creators working on incredible new games, many of which are going to ship first for console on Xbox One. Games
why.
that feature innovative multiplayer like Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time
First for
by
console is
Asteroid Base,
one of my favorite new terms.
totally new takes on social play
They just
like
mentioned Lovers in a Dangerous
#IDARB
Space-Time.
from
That makes me
Mother
really
Ocean,
happy.
Or that are just rad games like Plague Inc. Evolved from Endemic Creations, Cuphead from Studio MDHR, and Massive Chalice from Double Fine. Let's take a look at just a fraction of the hundreds of exciting new games from independent developers that are coming soon to Xbox One.
Is that the first word that Massive Chalice is coming to console?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think so, yeah.
This game looks, that Aztec game looks really cool.
Yeah.
That's that iPad game, right?
Yeah, it's been on Steam Early Access for a little bit. They're adding a bunch of stuff to it, but it's pretty much the same thing.
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh, have you not seen this game before?
Wow.
It looks fucking incredible.
That looks
Yeah.
amazing. What was that called?
Cuphead.
Yeah,
I
it
played a little
looks-
Hyper Light Drifter.
Oh, hey,
a month
Vinny.
ago.
Hey,
what's
what's
your
this
favorite?
game?
Yeah. Yeah, free. Oh, was that a different art
That's
style?
Lovers
Yeah,
in a
they're
Dangerous
doing it
Space-Time.
from the ground up for
Yeah.
one.
Right. This thing.
What?
Yeah, 3's
Yep.
for Xbox One.
Weird.
Right?
Finally, the platform that can truly take advantage of the 3's technology.
Wait, does that say grin?
Yep.
What?
That is what that said.
That is what that said.
That's bizarre.
Oh, so Hellraid is a
Download
self-published
game,
thing.
huh?
Looks like it.
hope 3s has Kinect support. You're just like.
Favorite game of all time is the NBA 2K series. I'll never know how to dunk in real life.
Oh, hey.
But
What's that guy?
as
What's
LeBron
those
James,
guys?
I can do it, and I've been doing it for 15 years.
At least
Kumail Nanjiani. I've been
Kunal
down
actually
for
plays
15
games in
years.
those games.
does. Yeah, he
Game of all
tweets about it all the
would be
time.
Operation Flashpoint. It sort of like was less of like a Call of Duty like first-person shooter crazy, and more of like a military simulator. I'm a big simulator guy. Lots of like flight simulators. IL-2 Sturmovik.
The crowd is going nuts right now.
Yeah.
At the Galen Center.
That was
an
bad.
IL-2 Sturmovik reference I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, the crowd was indeed going nuts.
I think we're making progress in these sessions.
This is the other Assassin's Creed.
You say the flashbacks have stopped. This is excellent improvement.
Tomb Raider?
But I'm concerned that you're still shutting yourself away at home.
Yeah.
Yep. Gotta be.
It's important to gradually take steps into the outside world.
I'm the bear.
Yep.
Yeah,
Take some
okay.
walks. Maybe pick up a nice hobby.
Still beating the shit out of
At
Laura.
your age, you should be exploring new horizons. I'd like to know you're taking care of yourself. For many people, these traumas become a mental trap.
I have to go shoot dinosaurs now.
Yeah.
They get stuck, like a ship frozen in ice. There's another type of person. You know what happens to them? Miss Croft.
We become who we're meant to be.
It's a weird thing to say right there, but.
Oh. Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Rise of the Tomb Raider is a bad name.
Yeah, it's not good.
That was one of the names that was thrown around last week.
Ladies and gentlemen, from CD
Hope it has more
Projekt
Tomb
Red,
rating.
Executive
That seems to be what they're
producer
implying.
John Lemire.
I guess so.
By like having that tease.
less Uncharted and more Tomb Raiding would be great.
Yeah, here we go.
I'm totally thrilled to be able to premiere some new gameplay of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Let's get right into
I
it.
brought this sick jacket.
Yeah.
Let's fucking rip.
Dude, that is a sick jacket.
I'm gonna take some fat BRs and play some Witcher 3.
Oh, I'm so excited for this game.
Yep.
So Witchers are trained from birth to find and kill monsters for reward. Here we're about 10 hours into the game on a griffin hunt.
And we're straight
Griffin's
witching.
nearby to prep for a possible encounter.
Probably to adjust its grip on its prey.
Think he unzips the jacket at some point?
It's just a limbo t-shirt. What?
We are managing our inventory.
As mutants, Witchers possess heightened senses that can be used on command to, among other things, track prey. We can better perceive visual and sound clues in this state.
Hasn't caught my scent yet. It's a sitting duck.
Oh man.
Huh.
So the bolts we fired
Man, that
will
looks
leave
good.
a trail of blood behind to help us track it. This sequence is set in a vast wilderness area known as No Man's Land. We can traverse any viewable location in the world, all the way to the distance and beyond.
Dude.
All right.
So we're
That
losing
looks
them now.
incredible.
Take your time, CD Projekt. Make this work.
Summon your motorcycle.
Dual chainsaws on his
Yeah.
hands.
And just zombie bison rises up out of the ground. This is available now. Y'all gonna get witched.
Oh.
Damn. This
Okay.
press conference is not friendly to arms.
You can come out.
No.
Damn it. He only came
Still in
for
development.
to break a few.
Wow, that might have been
the stream.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Tracking a griffin.
I like that he actually took the time to scroll through a different dialogue option. Let me think about it.
Look like deserters. Could be more bands in the area. I'll come back once I'm done with the Griffin, just in case.
I'm interested
Fine.
in seeing you nude. I'm the Witcher. I'm Batman.
You'll be okay out here.
Sit here in the mud for a bit, I don't know.
Monster hunting quests can often intersect in the open world with points of interest. So by dispatching those bandits, we can now return to the herbalists later in the game. But for now, we'll continue on the hunt.
I think this game's really interesting because they started more linear and then have moved towards open world while having a base of like a really fun combat, whereas Bethesda has refined the open world and like sort of fumbled the combat parts of their games.
Just the terrain looks ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah. And these like little like monster hunter sequences.
No, this is probably running on a PC.
Yeah, maybe.
God.
Cut off his tail.
Oh.
There's a power where he breathes fire out of his mouth.
The Witcher does?
Yeah, it was in one of the other trailers.
I just hope you can put the trophies on.
What did that griffin ever do?
You're just hunting, man.
Yeah,
You
I
had to
know.
eat a griffin.
God, I bet griffin is just kind of really
That-
stringy and not that delicious.
Oh
no.
Well. Oh.
Yeah, suck it, Griffin.
Griffin was not expecting that.
Guess what? I got another sword.
Should have been using that from the beginning, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Aww.
You know that's a fade back up.
Hey guys, I got this griffin head.
This was just a very small part of the epic RPG that is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Thanks for watching. Thanks to the Zayavista team back in Warsaw for their tremendous effort.
Thanks, Obama.
You are the hero.
Ken Lobb.
Ken Lobb?
Wow.
Fucking A, Ken Lobb.
I love E3. For about 26 years. Over 12 here at Xbox. So I've been to a lot of shows. Basically every show they let me go to since early 1989.
I don't believe him.
I like to spend much of my time as possible helping teams make their games great. Last year we announced Killer Instinct, one of the games I worked on in my past. I was thrilled with the response of the show, of course at launch, and I'm looking forward to playing people this week with TJ Combo. The idea of rebooting beloved old games is something that I have a lot of passion for.
Oh jeez, oh jeez.
So we're doing it again.
Wait, what?
There's another game that I've always wanted to bring back from the original Xbox.
Cameo?
Some would call it a cult classic.
No, that was you
But
said
I
original
think,
Xbox.
Honestly, design,
right.
great design is what we
is
should be
this?
looking for when we're deciding what games we should build. So I'm honored to be up here
Fusion
on the stage
Frenzy.
today. to announce- Well, let's just watch the trailer.
Yeah.
Like those symbols look familiar, but I'm just,
don't.
it's just not.
Yeah.
Azura.
Perfect. God. Nightcaster.
Phantom Dust.
Oh,
Phantom
that's right,
Dust.
it's Phantom
Phantom
Dust.
Dust.
Of course.
Phantom Dust.
Woo!
What?
It's Phantom Dust.
Woo!
Are you joking?
Yeah.
Oh, I am so psyched.
It is
I'm so
fully
glad
Phantom
Phil Spencer
Dust.
wasn't fucking with people.
Are you joking?
Someone did say that last night. I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, I could not be more excited.
Holy shit.
E3 is over. Oh my god, Phantom Dust.
So wasn't Phantom Dust like a card
Yeah,
battling
yeah,
game?
a card action game. Extremely unique at the time and like remains to this day like sort of an untouched hybrid.
I never played it. I don't
Do you
know
that
much.
you create?
I
You
remember
create.
a lot of people really loving
You
Phantom
create
Dust.
decks of
Yeah.
decks of cards, but you're also in an action game and.
I will say that Twitter is flipping the fuck out over this right
Yeah.
now.
This is man. You want to earn some goodwill? This ain't quite Shenmue, but Phantom Dust is.
It's
cool.
something.
the 35 people that want this game will all be super psyched.
As one of those 35,
Yeah.
I'm pretty psyched.
I didn't realize people like Phantom Dust that much.
Oh man.
Some people do, yeah.
What is that supposed to mean?
It was
Well,
not a well-selling or huge game at the time
Listen to the,
in the
listen to the
US.
tepid of applause.
How many hours have you played video games in your entire life? In total? Yeah.
At least 30 minutes a day on average.
40 hours a week, 52 weeks a year, 30 years of playing games.
I think it would probably be over 2 man-years of gaming. 36,000 research hours.
Like 60,000 hours.
About 15,000 hours over my life. Not bad.
Massive hours. Tens of thousands.
You're going for the high score.
Yeah, I'm going big.
Ladies and gentlemen, game director from Massive, Ryan Barnard.
Really going in on Ubisoft.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
It's great to be back here at E3 this year with Microsoft and Xbox. So last year, we gave you a glimpse of a New York City on the brink of collapse, paralyzed by a devastating and deadly virus, which was released on Black Friday. And this year, we want to take you even deeper into our world. So let's join a group of Division agents as we navigate through a dangerous part of the
last
city
year making a little
on our
bit
way
more
to
for you to see
establishing
here
a
at the
critical
show, and then-
foothold in an area which has been overrun by hostile factions.
Snow is falling down just a little bit. The world's so quiet and still. Santa's out there flying around on it.
Video static flat.
Get ready, Vinny. This is going to be our New York in about 3 years.
Oh, look at that aliasing. This is real time.
By the way, The Division is now a die-hard game.
Okay, I know where we are. I'm setting the waypoint to the base. Check your map.
All indications are this game is still away.
Did they say specifically this is all 2015?
Looks like it's pretty close.
They just kind of said future.
Follow me.
When it was announced originally, it was pitched as 2014, but
Think
like
so, yeah.
all indications from like.
Oh, I was saying Phil Spencer. Did he say all the stuff coming up is 2015?
No, he just said future.
Future.
I'm getting a reading over here. This must have been the last train out. Looks like everybody panicked.
That's really neat.
Okay. Where's Bronson?
Oh, like that.
Send him another invite.
Also, when you start to see these little tricks that Ubisoft does,
This must
you know,
be
and
where
you see
they're
the ways it
talking about.
breaks in like Watch Dogs, where the randomization, like you just see it over and over again. There's just not enough to fill it. Like stuff like this makes for neat trailers, but it's so easy to see how that doesn't translate to a full game of content. Just a lot to ask.
Hey guys, I brought Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, scoping out the area up ahead.
Okay, we're about to unlock my base. It's up here on the right.
I always like lose the plot of like, are these supposed to be the characters speaking or the people playing?
I think
or
they're
like
people
they
playing.
just-
No, she said something about sending an invite. So
yeah. So then this is pretty much exactly the same trailer they did last year, because didn't they do that then too?
Yep, they did. Except that was probably a fake game.
It's by the base and it's behind the truck.
And this looks real.
Okay, let's take these guys out
Real-er.
first, as quietly as possible.
All right, I have Tesla and
What
Pulsar.
is
All right,
real?
Ryan, let's change up our skills.
Where's my smart glass?
Like, why don't we just shoot everybody? Stop talking
Right.
about
I
it.
mean,
like,
yeah. The fourth guy just shoots
it's a
everybody.
fucking cover shooter. Like, I don't need the rest of you here. I don't need.
You guys good to go? All good.
Yep, ready.
Oh, Chris dropped out. Hold on.
Hang on a sec. I have to go to the bathroom and do drugs.
All right, let's go.
Okay, come from the right. Find cover, find cover. Ooh, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Some bad shots right there.
There they are.
Somewhere in the background, there's just like a toddler crying.
Yeah.
From the right.
I'm gonna switch my weapon.
Okay, I got you, I got you. I'm moving up.
feel like in a way by including voice chat stuff, like they're almost cheating. Like it makes the game feel more alive than it really is.
Can you mark some of these guys?
That's kind of how the last Division trailer felt, and that's kind of how this one feels too. Yeah. But you know, that's the problem of like displaying an online-centric game is you lose a lot of the scripting stuff that fills in these moments.
Hold on. Oh, there's a guy right behind me.
I feel like this guy's taking a lot of really questionable shots.
All right, you're fine. Get up.
Okay. Last two. Hit him.
Right, like they're kind of role-playing as they're playing. Oh,
Yeah.
You're not gonna make it.
Are they saying this game will have role-playing servers?
Hope so. Keep the pressure on.
That's how people talk when they play video games.
Yeah, there's not nearly enough racial slurs being hurled out.
Oh, that's cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just one
looks
of the
like a really, like, you know, looks like a co-op cover shooter. I mean, all right, maybe that'll be rad. Yeah.
it's they're biting off a lot.
Yeah.
And these very canned trailers, while impressive, you know, don't necessarily inspire that they can pull that part off.
Looks cool.
Yeah.
15. So they're committing to a year again.
Please welcome Game Director Hideki Kamiya.
Huh.
Vanquish 2. Vanquish 2. Vanquish 2.
They got 8 minutes left, so they only got time for like 1 or 2 more things.
Are excited
Sunglasses.
to present our next original game.
Oh, look at that baller.
Exclusively on the Xbox One. As a game
Bayonetta
creator,
3.
There's nothing
my passion
accidental about
is
that
giving
sunglasses.
audiences unique experiences. Today, we will give you the first look at our next creation.
You said exclusive, right?
You did.
Prepare to see action at a whole new scale.
I think he puts him down before he leaves.
Forestation and jungles, big theme so far in this conference.
I brought my headphones.
Drop kick that dragon.
This Dante redesign is even weirder than the last one.
Yeah.
Okay, if the pitch is that you're a small guy manipulating giant monsters to fight each other.
Yeah.
Is he wearing headphones?
Yeah, Beats by Dre.
Well, they weren't the official.
Yeah.
Yes.
Game is called Scalebound, says Major Nelson.
What?
What? Wait, what was?
He's now Scalebound.
Ah.
Huh.
Oh man, I am so in.
What the hell?
I mean, I feel like this trailer maybe needed a little more platinum weirdness to it, but
I don't know, the quasi Beats headphones.
sure.
Also, it's not over.
Oh, so the dragon's on your team.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Weird. That's a
all right.
Strange looking game.
Ladies and gentlemen, the co-founder and creative director for CloudGen, David Jones.
Oh shit.
Today,
Oh, yeah, here you
I'm
go.
excited to
Here's
reveal
your new
the
Crackdown.
return of a game close to my heart
Yep.
and the hearts of many
Oh
games.
shit.
And one
Really
we're
just-
building all new and exclusively for Xbox One.
No BS.
In addition to a whole new campaign, fully playable in co-op, it's also coming back in a revolutionary new multiplayer experience. One powered by an army of dedicated servers on Xbox Live.
Did we mention dedicated servers?
It's time to reimagine your open world gaming experience.
This is the voice of the agency with a message for
I'm in.
Vincente
All right.
Villarreal.
I've conveniently forgotten how bad Crackdown 2 was.
Yep.
Compared to your boys in Pacific City, you've done very well.
We got the cartoony outlines.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet that art style holds up real well.
Yeah.
Or scales real well, rather.
Yeah. Yeah.
New city, you said?
Yeah.
I like this baller bad guy. Gold gun.
A few key districts.
Oh, agility orbs! Fucking goddamn it! Oh.
Well, you're in luck. We like dominoes. Agents, let's play.
Game's a little more.
Everyone just conveniently forget that that guy is a fucking bad guy. Or I guess different city, maybe they just don't know.
They post Saints Row 4 World. This game is a little different.
Yeah, that's kind of the weird thing. It's like Saints Row 4 and like Sunset Overdrive. There's a bunch of other games kind of eating Crackdown's lunch at this point.
You're playing as the bad guys.
I don't know. It gives them, you know, it raises the stakes for a Crackdown sequel appropriately, you know?
Sure.
Especially after Crackdown 2 was such a disappointment.
I guess it also makes me wonder what Volition chooses to do with Saints Row. Do they double down on the Crackdownness, or do they scale back and that was a one-off?
Is that a truck full of agility orbs?
That bullet
went really far. As like a showpiece for what multiplayer might mean, if they actually let you do that, that'd be pretty
They seem to be implying like a huge amount of destructibility.
Yeah.
Because Crackdown was always a very static city.
Yes, it was.
That was kind of the thing Saints Row 4 was missing, you know, like blow up all those buildings. If they're doing that.
That seems to be,
That seems it's hard.
I guess, but like, look at this trailer.
Yeah.
This trailer seems to say you're going to blow some shit up.
Buildings blowing up.
Calling it Crackdown 3, or they just like Crackdown's far enough off that they're just calling it.
Or maybe they're rebooting it.
Please
Basically,
welcome
after 2 games.
Phil Spencer.
So they got one more game they can announce and close with?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that means No Man's Sky at Sony then.
Platinum Games and Crackdown. It's great to see those games on
Oh,
our
they changed
stage.
t-shirts.
Yeah, Crackdown is coming back. I said you'd see Crackdown when we had the right team to build the game. That team is led by
Turned
the
out to be the original
friend
team.
of mine, Dave Jones. It was great to have
Remember
him on our stage
APB?
today.
Let's not talk about it. That hunk of shit.
Today, we showed you 90 minutes of games and shared our commitment to make Xbox One the best place to play games this generation. We showed you that this holiday, the best place to play games is on Xbox One. But this is just the beginning. We will continue to invest in bringing new creators to Xbox One.
You can't get out there every year and say
Continue
this
to
is
bring
just
you
the
new
beginning.
features to ensure that Xbox Live
I feel like this is the last year they can
only
probably.
place
The beginning
where
of the
you
Phil
and your
Spencer
friends
regime.
will be able to play the most anticipated multiplayer games of the year. Halo, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Destiny, Forza, Sunset Overdrive, Battlefield Hardline, and more. We will continue to listen to you, our community, and will continue to make Xbox for you. That's not just my personal commitment, but the commitment of the entire Xbox team. Thank you for making your voice heard, and thank you for helping us shape the future of the new Xbox.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah, this is just their
little wrap
hype
up.
reel.
Yeah.
They didn't actually show any Dance Central footage before, did they?
No, but it looks like Dance Central.
Yeah, of course it does.
And dust. Yeah, Sweary.
Right, yeah.
And that game's weird because it had an enormous amount of Kinect support. That was
Right.
shown as a
Yeah.
Kinect
It
focused
seemed
game.
like it was optional, like it was
Yeah,
controlled.
no, it was. But they were
Yeah.
really pushing that option.
Sweary is here, so.
Yeah.
logo, huh?
Yeah.
Well, they're only in pre-production on that game.
Yeah, there couldn't be much to show, really, I suppose.
Was the word Kinect said in that entire press conference?
No.
Thank you for joining
Outside, I think Alex Rogopoulos might have said it a couple of times, but
maybe Dance
that was
Central.
it.
Yeah.
All right. I guess that's it.
That was a Microsoft conference.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, so there you have it. Gosh, I guess the big announcements there. What? Crackdown.
Mm-hmm.
Phantom Dust.
Phantom Dust.
Yeah.
I guess.
That Capcom thing.
That Capcom thing. Yeah.
Exclusive
I
Platinum
almost
game.
brought consoles down here.
I know.
Thought about it.
I kind of just want to go find an Xbox and play that.
Yeah. So
Scale. What was it? Scale growth.
Scalebound.
Scalebound.
So
Yeah.
the only. I mean, the only mention of Kinect we got was when Rogopoulos was out there. I mean, Fantasia and Dance Central are both Kinect games.
And no services, no TV or anything.
Right. Well, so that was the stuff they announced. They announced HBO Go and USA and all this other stuff like a few weeks ago.
Yeah, a bunch of new apps.
To get that stuff out of the way, and just sort of focus on games.
It was cool. It was all games.
Yeah, and Mayor Ziggy brings up like, are you surprised they didn't mention Xbox 360 at all? Yeah, I guess there was no mention of Xbox 360.
But they didn't do any like this sort of like, hey, let's talk about our numbers. Hey, let's talk about
Right.
like the evolution of the brand. Like even the small announcements like content first on Xbox, which they would normally do at the end of a demo, they just put those as
just
little
threw it at the
headers
bottom.
like at the bottom. Like they really, you couldn't have shown more games in the amount of time that they had slotted, really.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. What were you hoping to hear but didn't? Cerebrus 3 Dog asking.
I wanted to see what that Gears thing was. Like even just a tease.
I don't
of,
think
like,
it exists yet
what
enough yet.
characters.
Yeah.
It's so early. Like that team was just put together a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see more Halo 5. Actual
Or
footage.
real any Halo 5.
That
really.
multiplayer trailer was sort of odd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't
For
necessarily-
the fact that the trailer or the beta is coming later this year, you thought they could have shown. I think that's how they introduced Halo 4 was showing multiplayer first.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, they'll do that Master Chief Collection, which will kind of set the stage for Halo 5 in a lot of ways. Which I think like it seems like an interesting package. Like that's a lot of game, but I just don't know that like I'm interested enough in it. So Halo 1 will be the anniversary edition of that game as well, because since they've already kind of done that work to kind of bring it up. And then they'll do a bunch of touch-ups on Halo 2, but 3 and 4 will be largely intact from what they were, just with kind of up-res graphics and better
they'll
frame
have
rate and stuff like
all
that.
their multiplayer intact as well.
Yeah. So that'll be weird. Like when you look at the multiplayer hoppers, like they might just have like ones that you might just jump into basically a different game depending on what map you get, as well as like a separate. So I asked, they did not have an answer for that yet. If the Forge would be in there, for that stuff, or like file sharing or any other stuff was definitely.
It seems like that'd be tough.
Yeah, but no mention of PC. Here really. I mean, like a minor reference to it with Project Spark, but I thought like I wasn't sure if it would get like more play. But yeah, so that Halo demo that I saw, the Master Chief Collection demo I saw, straight up said, move the mouse to move. And then flipped over to move the controller to move when they picked up controller. So I mean, you don't write that message. In the build
you don't
of your
spend
game.
time putting button prompts in if it's not coming out on that platform.
So I have to guess that thing will come to PC.
I mean, it seems like that would,
who knows?
That might be their token PC support as they think about ramping up on that stuff. Is like Fable 3 is now coming to PC. Like they put out a teaser for that. Like stuff like this. It doesn't take away from anyone that was going to buy an Xbox, right? Those are the games that come to PC. Are like they allowed Dead Rising 3 to now come to PC. Like whoever bought that game was going to buy that game.
Exactly.
And it
so
makes
maybe they'll sell some new copies if with the DLC.
Sure.
If it's any good. I wonder how much there is to that. Like hopefully that's cool. Definitely look nice. Obviously Assassin's Creed, Unity, co-op assassination.
Yeah, I just wonder how they'll implement it. Like, will it be like a mission to like, hey, join in, load into like a 4-player mission? Will it be like a separate menu or like gameplay option?
Right. Mission structure, maybe.
I bet it'll be like a mission, like a beacon or something that's like a multiplayer.
Join up with your friends.
Yeah. No ODST. Z-Goon asks, so it's just Halo 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not ODST, it's not Reach. That's why they're calling it the Master Chief Collection.
Secret unlock for Halo Wars.
Right, of course. Yeah. Were you guys disappointed in the indie showing? No, I think it got the right level of showing. I don't know that I mean, they just, they showed a lot of games. They ran through a lot of games real quick and said, hey, we've got a bunch of stuff. I don't know that you need a Threes stage demo.
No, they gave Playdead some time.
Yeah, Inside and that Ori game, which
Yeah.
Ori is our secret appointment, by the way.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess Inside probably not at the show other than that trailer. But,
Okay.
but yeah, all that other stuff like Cuphead, holy shit.
What? Yeah. Where did that game? Was it?
Like there were definitely enough games in that montage to make you go, oh crap, on
Yeah, I
a
mean,
regular basis.
the indie games I think work as a show of force when there's just like, okay, we've got a bunch of stuff. We've got that stuff too, which is Sony went out there and kind of planted a flag and said we're going to go after these games, and I feel like with Microsoft just showing a bulk of it very quickly. They're not necessarily giving all those games the time to shine that Sony did last year. But we'll see if Sony does it this year. I don't know that it makes sense to do that again. Like, it's a fact of life now. That was last year was establishing the idea that like these are going to be games that matter on these platforms. And now that that's been kind of well established and kind of entrenched, and these games are starting to ship and starting to appear on these consoles, like you don't necessarily have to get that message out there. So I bet Sony, I wouldn't be surprised if Sony did something similar, like focused on a couple of the marquee games that
No Man's Sky will assuredly show up.
So I got an email from Sean at Hello Games saying we're going to be at a press conference today. I'm super excited, and it wasn't here, so it has to be Sony.
Yeah.
What if it shows up at EA? That would be weird.
I'll be curious to see the Dragon Age stuff at EA. I mean, I assume they'll show more of the gameplay.
Yeah,
you would think.
So I watched a demo of that that showed little bits and pieces. So yeah, when EA happens in about an hour, we can talk a little bit more about that. But I didn't play it.
Okay.
I played Hardline, but I didn't play that. So. Yeah, I mean, so let's just go down the list here. We'll go for another 20 minutes or so. Then we'll probably take a break and come back when the next press conference starts here. But yeah, let's. What do you think? Overall feeling of the press conference, Vinny? What do you think?
It was cool. There's a lot. I think like we knew coming into it that wasn't going to be available 2014.
Yeah.
I think it was interesting how they stacked it up to be like, hey, here's what is coming out 2014. Let's like lead off kind of strong. I'm probably more excited for the 2015 stuff.
Yeah.
But, it's to be expected. I thought it was cool. I thought they had a couple of good surprises. That Capcom thing was just ridiculous, and I'm surprised that didn't leak out or any crazy nonsense. I have no idea what it is.
Right, yeah.
And that's probably the thing I'm most curious about, because it seems like the thing I saw that was just out of left field and not a known quantity.
Sure, yeah. Patrick?
It seemed like the increased support for Japanese development was an interesting trend, especially towards the end with like Platinum.
Sure.
One would assume Phantom Dust is also coming out of Japan as well. Like that machine is not even launched in Japan as far as I know.
Right. Yeah.
And yet you had some major stuff there. But you saw as the conference went on, more and more CG trailers, because obviously those games are probably
further out.
Like we're looking at there weren't even release dates applied to, I think, Phantom Dust or Platinum's game.
Like end of next year for some of that stuff.
Yeah, if that. But I'm excited for that stuff. Like Phantom Dust is like it's such a weird game to pluck from their catalog, but it is one of those non-Halo cult classic, like sort of like Panzer Dragoon, like sort of games that for them to bring back is like probably doesn't take a whole lot of effort or financial resources to bring that game back. My guess is it's a downloadable sort of thing. I would be surprised if they actually put out a big, AAA version of that. You start to think about, it's a card game. Like there are ways they can structure that financially that that scare me.
Yeah.
Like I was actually going to be okay with just Phantom Dust HD as opposed to a new Phantom Dust, because I start thinking like free to play and looking at Hearthstone and like looking at Forza and like ways they can really screw up Phantom Dust. But stuff like that. Between like the way Phil Spencer is positioning himself and messaging the company, like they seem to be, you think about how long it took for Sony to figure their shit out on PS3. Like Microsoft clearly fucked up, but they seem to be turning that ship around in about a year, as opposed to Sony. Like it's easy to forget that was like 3 years,
there was
like a slog where that company just refused to acknowledge what was going on.
Right. Yeah.
And they did turn it around, and Microsoft, whether they get ahead of Sony or whatever like that. It's exciting to watch the company with their back up against the wall a little bit, because it makes companies really interesting.
Right. I mean, today's the day that Netflix and WWE Network and all that other stuff becomes it gets outside the paywall for Xbox Live Gold. So like those sorts of reactions, the Games with Gold program, like the stuff that Sony has done well, they are starting to react to.
Yeah.
And we always said it was going to take solid competition to get Microsoft to change some of their bullshit policies with stuff like Netflix and stuff, and here we are.
Yeah.
So it's been good to see that stuff.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. I'm curious to see how going forward throughout the day, like, will Sony still adopt some of that arrogant swagger that they had coming out of last year that they had rightly earned? I don't think that stuff's funny anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what their attitude is, or if it is, it could be very similar to Microsoft of just, here's a bunch of games for 90 minutes.
Yeah, I mean the stuff that Sony can say that is counter to Microsoft is like relatively inside stuff that is pitches to developers about launch parity and stuff like that. It's not stuff that you would put in a press conference necessarily.
Right.
So, Brad, what'd you think?
I thought it was like a whole lot of really solid kind of B+ looking stuff. Like not one game completely blew my mind, but cumulatively, like all together, I thought it was a pretty strong showing.
Yeah. Alex?
Yeah, the first party surprises, I mean, we had sort of talked about the idea of Phantom Dust and the idea of a new Crackdown, so seeing those actually come to fruition was cool. Scalebound sounds like a neat idea. I just, whenever they say platinum, I expect like a whole lot of just complete weirdness, so, maybe that's not necessarily what I want out of them, but like that was a cool looking demo. I think the third party stuff they collected for that conference was probably the right stuff to get.
Yeah, I think so too. And they're opening the wallet and getting a lot of that stuff that where it's like you get your maps here first for the Division and Call of Duty obviously and stuff like that. But
putting The Witcher up there too, giving getting Assassin's Creed for that conference, like those were all good demos. Like they actually that is a Call of Duty game. Suddenly I'm a little bit interested in, which has not happened for me in a while.
I don't think there was anything that showed up on this press conference that I looked at and went like, oh, that looks terrible.
Exactly.
Like, even Project Spark is like an interesting thing, even if having played the beta, like the frame rate's atrocious.
I think that Fable thing was the only thing I just
Fable,
felt totally
Fable
flat.
maybe is just like this doesn't maybe
it could be fine.
It's interesting to note I think that's their first game since Molyneux completely got out of there.
Yeah.
But even he was like, when you read interviews, like barely involved.
I know he was more and more hands off, but now he's completely gone, and that looked like a much more rote, like combat-focused kind of hack and slash game.
I think it was just a bad demo.
Maybe.
Like the construction of that presentation was just sort of like we spent half the time in a lobby watching characters come together.
We've got 30 minutes to look at it on Wednesday, so maybe we can wrap our head around what it actually is.
Say it again. There's a reason you put that in the middle of the conference. That's where you put your least interesting stuff. So
I think the reality for me is like the third-party stuff. It's always the question of like, what are you going to play? Are you going to play it on a PC at this point?
Right.
If it runs well on a PC. So it was nice to see some good first-party stuff to be
it's
cool to have an Xbox One. There's going to be some stuff that you won't get anywhere else. But like, The Witcher is going to be on, I assume I'll play that on PC. We'll see what else ports over to the PC. Though the Watch Dogs thing is interesting that the PCs seem to have some problems on it. So
that's Ubisoft though. Like that. Don't take away PC optimization trends from Ubisoft because they have an awful track record.
Sure.
CD
Assassin's
Projekt Red
was okay. The last one was okay on the PC.
Sure, it's just like CD Projekt Red, they're gonna do right by their audience.
Right. So like seeing that here is like awesome because I'll see all the Witcher footage I can, but like I would build a PC to play that game.
Yeah, for sure.
Fun fact: no MGS5 at that conference, which I actually thought was going to be there.
Yeah, maybe that's a Sony thing.
Must be.
Yeah. Huh. Or maybe everyone's just over it and
that's also possible.
Just putting it out there later. Yeah.
Also, no.
So it looks like it might actually be Phantom Dust HD remake. Major Nelson is out there making it sound like that might be.
I'll take that. That's okay. That's better.
That's okay. Yeah. Sure.
Looking through some
it could be just like Killer Instinct, right? Like where it's sort of taking the basic structure and sort of updating it. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. So no real segment for Killer Instinct. They did put that trailer out ahead of the show.
I'm going to hop up for a second, but I want to say my biggest disappointment was no Dave Lang on stage talking about Killer Instinct Season 2. That was a huge bummer.
Right. So some questions about like no Destiny footage that expected over at Sony.
Yep.
I mean, all the Destiny, all the exclusive content is going Sony's way, so that would be a game that would show there. They announced that new Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Oof, that's a name.
I really like Tomb Raider. I like that. I like where they were going. Like I know some people.
I thought it was a good little teaser trailer. I thought, a good
But I really like
premise.
the last game, and I like the character development they're doing. So I'm kind of excited.
I'm genuinely curious if they're going to use that psychiatrist thing as like a story framing device through the whole
that'd be
game, or if that's
interesting.
just a trailer thing.
I bet that's just a trailer.
I
thing. That
also
would be
wonder,
interesting.
like the end of Tomb Raider. Like Tomb Raider was like very grounded, or relative to how kind of wacky that series got, especially the last one that Crystal Dynamics had made before. That one was all mysticism and weird dimensions. And Tomb Raider itself, like I think statute of limitations have passed now. Like it gets a little weird, but not totally.
But what if they do it so that like she comes back and nobody fucking believes her, and she actually is like looked at as like this insane person? Be like, there's no
That could be cool.
There's no magic, Laura. Like you're freaking crazy, and like she's like, oh, nobody believes. I was in this temple. I was fighting a bear.
So that's why, and then that's the motivation to like go to like tomb raiding to like find proof of like what you found. I don't know.
But I would like it if like the outside world does not acknowledge the dumb ending and shit. Like the in-game world is like that never happened.
Yeah. Purgs asks, where do you reckon the Far Cry 4 footage is going to show up? Well, Ubisoft will almost certainly have it. They're after EA. But then Far Cry 4 is the Game Informer cover this month, and they said that the issue was not getting sent out until after the Sony press conference. So I would assume that there'd be some Far Cry 4 stuff there as well. So that'll probably be something we see twice over the course of the day.
You should get like a trailer and then an extended gameplay demo.
Yeah, probably something like that. Alicia says, no Fallout 4? Like, yeah, no Fallout 4.
They messaged pretty clearly without like
Without
any
coming out and
ambiguity.
saying,
They were like Bethesda Game Studios. They can do their own thing. They don't need to be at E3.
That game's big enough that at this point that they could.
That game will get announced sometime in the next like 12 to 18 months, but they'll do it on their own time. And plus, Bethesda or ZeniMax is stacked for this year. Like they have a lot of stuff coming out between Evil Within, that like Battlecry game they just announced.
Battlecry goes into beta in 2015.
Oh,
That's not,
really?
Yeah, that's not soon.
Okay.
So it's kind of just Evil Within.
No, they had Wolfenstein come out. Like, they don't really need.
Okay.
They don't need to generate a lot of interest for themselves right now.
Sure. Omatic Toe says, Halo 5 demo paired with the Crackdown release? No, the Halo 5 demo will come with the Halo thing that they would very much like you to buy.
How about a Crackdown demo with the Halo thing?
Sure.
Yes. Okay.
Why not?
No, that's a Hellraid demo.
And then people asking, like, Mortal Kombat at Sony? That would seem that way. Ed Boon was out on Twitter saying that you might see more of it today, and that would be the only place left today that it could be shown. So, yeah, it was interesting to see them mention Destiny, like kind of remind people, like, hey, that's a multi-platform game. Right. Like, we know it's been all Sony, but hey, that's still coming. Like, don't be crazy. Let's see. Oh yeah. So. That's right. Yes, there's also a sequel to Guardian of Light, that other Tomb Raider game.
No shit.
Yeah.
I like that.
That game was awesome.
Wait, where was that announced?
I guess Spike just announced that on TV.
That's fantastic.
Cool.
That game was so much fun.
Yeah,
Co-op.
That was a cool game. That was a cool game.
Oh man.
Price of the Halo collection, I think it's full price. I think it's $60 because it's
a lot of games.
It's 4 games.
It's 4 games. It's and that's I feel like
it seems like they put some considerable work into those too.
They didn't say if they're going to do that terminal stuff again, but one would assume,
yes,
right?
Yes, Halo 2 will have terminals in it that
seeds all the Halo 5.
Halo 5 things. So yes. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. Any of you guys figure out what's up with that Grin game? Yeah, we should look and see if that's the same Grin or if someone else. I can't imagine it's
bought
the same.
up that name,
or just a variation of that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
What was the game? I don't even remember.
I don't remember.
It was just something in that montage.
Yeah. Was EA not at the Microsoft conference?
Well, I mean, Dragon Age was there.
Dragon Age was there. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
No sports stuff though, which I mean, in the past Microsoft has shown
had a little bit of sports stuff.
Yeah.
But they I don't know. I feel like they picked the right focus.
Oh yeah.
For the press conference, I feel like they focused on the right games.
They focused on the cool
right
shit.
third-party games, and yeah.
Yeah, like no FIFA or anything. Nothing like big Europe segment.
Yeah, but EA's got a long conference this year, so like
they said 6 new games,
something like that. Yeah. Why no Dive Kick? That's a great question. Like, why was Dive Kick not in that section? Whatever, they mentioned Iron Galaxy by name. That's
it was already kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
And what's the Capcom dungeon? What's that one called?
Deep Down.
That's not
here.
That's not here.
Well, I mean,
That's
you know,
true.
they're
It could
clearly
be at Sony.
it could show up at a press conference, but you know, the thing they put out saying what was going to be at their booth did not
it's
have
not at
anything.
their booth at all.
Oh wow.
Is that a Sony exclusive?
No, it's been made by Capcom Online. It was. Oh, I guess it could be a Sony exclusive. Maybe I'm misremembering.
I mean, it was
that.
at the Sony conference or whatever, but they haven't said one or the other. I
I'm
don't
hoping
think.
to see that.
Yeah,
tonight.
I'd like to see something about it.
Yeah.
It looked. I mean, they were like pitching it as like kind of like a Monster Hunter, Dark Souls sort of game.
It's free to play though, so
right.
Yeah, it's
We'll
been made
see.
by Capcom Online, which is
Yeah.
not.
Who is that?
It's just some other division within there.
What is with Crackdown being just called Crackdown? Isn't it too early to reboot that without having a 3 after it? I think so. I think it would be ridiculous if they just call that game Crackdown.
I really like Crackdown.
Yeah,
So.
but if they just call it,
I don't know. I think a 3 sounds more ridiculous.
or just Crackdown : name of city. I don't know. There's other ways to go with
Also,
it.
it's clearly not a reboot. It's just a sequel. You know.
Well,
Like
I
they're
don't know.
they're speaking to you. You know, it's like, oh, what's
They're
up, agent?
mentioning what happened in the other
Yeah.
city. So
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, that is a little crazy. Where, if anywhere, would Project Beast show up?
Sony.
I think that would.
Sony.
If that's going to show up, it'll show up at Sony.
I mean, it seems like that's being funded by Sony.
Yes,
so
that's what I've heard.
It would show up there.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Deep Down is a PS4 exclusive, says Chat.
Is it?
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
They still said they wanted to make another Dragon's Dogma, which is probably a little too early for that game to show up, but I really like that game.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot of the Japanese studios maybe are saving stuff for TGS. Seems like this might
Yeah.
actually be a really big
Oh,
TGS.
Could be.
Although,
be nice if
although
that
I
were
feel
the
like we
case.
say that over the last 3 years.
Apparently, Nintendo uploaded a bunch of trailers on their YouTube account.
Oh.
Just getting out ahead of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. When would Gang Beasts show up? That would clearly be at Sony.
Gang Beast is right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, let's get some more questions in here. We'll go for a few more minutes here before we break.
I thought that Call of Duty got me excited for some Call of Duty.
Yeah, for the first time
I'm
in
a tough
ages.
sell on that one.
Yeah, it's always one of those things where it's you look at the campaign and you think like, I mean, they'll make a cool scripted crazy campaign.
But I had gotten kind of bored even of the campaign stuff.
You play the last one?
No.
Yeah, neither did I.
And it was just like, those dumb grenades and everything like that. It seemed like.
Well, at least the setting was like just different enough that even if the gameplay is mostly the same, but just with some tweaks, at least it seemed like they were changing things a little bit, and it looked so good.
Yeah, and it's superficial, but like I really just want something to look amazing on my Xbox, or on a PS4. I just want something to just knock me down and be like, this is crazy. And that game looked pretty good.
Well, I mean, you'll get a look at The Order later today. That's a game that when I
I
played
hope.
it, like seeing it up close, like it's a very nice looking game. The gameplay maybe not the most earth-shattering thing in the world, but it looks fantastic.
Aren't they doing like a widescreen trick on that game though to like save
letterboxed.
pixels?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it looks more cinematic, but also
sure.
You also have to push less resolution.
It's one way of putting it.
Yeah. No Quantum Break. Yeah. They put out a press release like last week saying, like, look to Gamescom for Quantum Break stuff because it's not going to be at E3, which is it's a little crazy, but
I mean, it's Remedy.
Yeah. Do you think there'll be any new info on Gears at the conference? They might just come out and say like, hey, we're working on it, but I don't think
They showed that logo.
Yeah, they showed
the
the logo was in the mix there, but yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to see anything related to Gears here.
Like they've shown some like little concept art stuff in like some streams they've done,
really?
but
Okay.
that game that'll show up next E3.
Yeah, for sure. Does Microsoft still have that restriction in place for not allowing digital games on their platform if it was on another platform prior? So yes.
The launch parity thing?
Yeah, the launch parity thing is apparently still an existing thing. Mass Effect producer is on Twitter saying you're going to want to watch the EA press conference to the end.
Well, there you go.
So, I mean, yeah, I figure they're going to have to tease Mass Effect at this point.
If not announced. I mean, it's been
2 years?
It's been over 2 years since 3 came out.
Yeah, and they said that, like, kind of immediately, they were like, yeah, we're still working on Mass Effect. Like, they're,
Yeah.
Oh, but I hope it's more than just a logo.
They were putting out concept art like almost a year ago. At this
That
point.
last N7 day they were showing. They were showing like bits and they showed screenshots. I mean, like blurred off of a
like a lot
screen.
of several BioWare employees have just like tweeted like, here's a shot of my desk, and you can like see something that they're painting.
They've been
in the
kind of
monitor.
cool. I mean, it's been kind of cool that like both with Dragon Age and Mass Effect, they've been like weirdly quasi-open, like in a marketing sort of way.
like
Like
very
it's controlled, but
yeah.
at least you know, the games industry is so stupidly secretive sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, to at least just be like, yeah, we're working on a Mass Effect game.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. And that stuff's probably a little shrewd because they know they messed up, and they need to like re-earn a lot of goodwill.
Yeah.
So-
I hope at least we learn like a general premise of that game. And they also, Mirror's Edge is going to be there. Like, they put on their Facebook page, like,
really? Okay.
hashtag
For sure.
E3
Yeah.
2014
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Mass
right.
Effect concept art.
Good to see what that's.
Good more about their tweeting a picture of Faith yesterday.
God, oh man. Phantom Dust, Mirror's Edge 2, come on.
Will they show Persona 5 at Sony? No.
Nope.
They'll show that game at TGS. Let's see. Is Valve going to show up at E3 this year? No, they don't need to. They have Steam. They have such a direct line to such a huge number of their fans and stuff that there's no need for them to come be a part of E3.
I guess the last time they were I guess on stage with Sony for Portal 2, and then before that, Left 4 Dead 2 I remember was a premiere at an Xbox press conference.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, but you know, they're never huge console presence anyway.
They come when they have an agenda.
Yeah, E3 is always just a big console show for the most part. Like the PC is kind of like always mentioned in passing, just like, is this coming to PC also? But look, all the marketing money comes from Xbox and PlayStation, so that's why we're going to talk about this stuff. Will EA show actual footage of Star Wars Battlefront? I bet they will.
Yeah,
at this point.
I hope so.
mean,
Yeah.
You know, they teased it last year. They kind of have to come out.
Wonder if they at least bring like Amy out on stage, or they make a passing mention that she's
Maybe.
involved. But they're not going to show that game so
Yeah.
early.
Yeah, that thing is not a.
She's only been there like what, a month, 2 months?
Yeah. Let's see. Did they tell you much more about the stuff they're leaving broken from Halo 2? They did mention that it was like one of the problems of remastering some of those games and redoing those games was like, which bugs do you fix, which bugs do you not fix? So, you know, that seems like they're at least cognizant of that sort of stuff when it comes to remaking those games, that some people just like the way they're busted. When are they bringing back Voodoo Vince? That's just something they'll joke about forever, you know, since
When they make their
since
kart racer.
Phil Spencer like worked on that game and all that. So
He seems to earnestly like it though.
it was a good game. Like Voodoo
never
Vince
played
was
it.
like a surprisingly good game.
Yeah.
At the time, it was good.
I believe it was given a good score at the time.
To some extent. So, who runs the Sony show after the Tretton exit? I mean, you know, they
got that new
replaced
guy.
him with the new guy.
What's his name?
Sean something.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
You think they like? I'm curious to see how that Last Guardian stuff plays out, because they pushed back on that in like the first interview with that new SEA guy.
Right.
He was talking about that. Like, I wonder if they don't show that game, if they make a crack about it.
Yeah. Well, I think it'll be there.
I feel like that show could just be the Shuhei and Adam comedy hour. I don't even think you need to have anyone else hosting that show necessarily.
Just two chairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't usually put Yoshida on the stage that much.
Yeah. Yeah, not that much. So we'll kind of see how that goes. Let's see here.
I want to take a couple more and then we'll
call it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll call it,
let's
and then
take-
we can archive it, and then we'll be back for.
That's right. Yeah. So Conquer is dumb. Thoughts? Yeah, Conquer is dumb.
Yeah.
That's not a great question, but what's up with Rare? They didn't really get mentioned, right? So Rare put out Connect Sports Rivals, and then there were some layoffs there after that, or in the wake of that?
And the game
Yeah.
bombed about as hard as you
Yeah,
can, and
so-
then by pulling the rug under from Connect, when they had been turned into a Connect studio, you know,
Right.
once
Some
again,
point,
who Rare is
Right.
probably an open question.
Yeah,
They won't ditch them. That name, however they've dragged it through the mud, means something. So it's just a matter of what exactly that turned into, but I don't think we learn anytime soon.
Yeah, absolutely. New Bioforge, no, that's.
They could
Thought
put
I
out,
saw a logo in there.
they could put out Bioforge Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
HD Plus.
I thought I heard a flute.
Red Dead 2 or GTA 5 PC announcement at E3. Again, Rockstar doesn't need to be involved.
I wouldn't
in
say.
E3, but, you
I
know,
wouldn't.
it's-
Rockstar has sometimes showed up at Sony's press conferences.
Yeah.
In terms of GTA, they have said that Rockstar will have a game out before the end of the fiscal year.
Right, which is presumed to be
GTA PC /
5
current
for-
gen.
Yeah.
Would not be surprised if that was like a, hey.
By the way.
Yeah. Like.
So he's gonna show a tattoo.
Yeah, but don't expect Red Dead. Like that's.
Right.
No.
Maybe Bully will show up.
Expecting anything from Final Fantasy 15? No, they've come out and said it's not going to be here.
Yes.
TGS will be the place for that. Thoughts on a new Dance Central game? So I saw a chunk of that game. So they say that they're like streamlining the choreography process so they can get songs out like really quickly while they're still popular and stuff, which I think is probably smart for that thing. But it's like a DLC shell, which I think is the right way to sell a game like that too.
Yeah.
So it could be all right. It looked like Dance Central in a higher resolution. Like you didn't look at it and go like, what is this? And like no, they're just, but it's no story, none of that other stuff. Like it's just like here dance. So.
Good name for the game.
Here, dance, the game.
Here, dance. The sequel to Just Dance. Here, dance. Do you think we'll see a new Rainbow Six game at Ubisoft? I don't know. It's hard to speculate too much on what we're going to see at Ubisoft and EA. Because
let's see Ubisoft. They're so freaking crazy.
Yeah. Any hope for Shenmue?
No.
Nope. No.
Absolutely not. Stop it.
No.
Stop having hope.
The more you mention it in this context, the less likely it is to happen. I mean, the context for a new Shenmue is not something that happens in the context of E3, I think. So it's, too early for a new Castlevania? Yeah, probably. I mean, they're just shutting down that. They just concluded their last thing, so they have to figure out what they're going to do from here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people noting that they didn't use the word cloud at any point. They've just come out and said, like, it's on dedicated servers. Like, that's what we meant the whole time when we said cloud. Sorry, we did the buzzword thing. What a terrible fucking thing. Yeah. So, good on them, I guess, for just calling that what it is. Moose Gallon says, could we see some more of that Persona dancing games? That is here. Persona Dancing All Night and Persona Q are going to be here along with the updated fighting game. So yeah, we can expect to see more of that. Yeah, no Wonder Book? No, probably no Wonder Book.
Yeah.
Okay, Phil Spencer's on Spike apparently talking big about destruction in Crackdown and that it uses the cloud. So
okay, good.
Maybe they saved their cloud talk for after the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's call it. That's going to do it for Microsoft. We got about a half hour, a little bit less, until EA gets going. And we will be back right here in these seats to talk all about it as it happens. And, we'll be here pretty much all day. So hang out in the chat and stick around. We'll be back.